Jean-Michel Jarre is gonna be at Coachella this year.
What's a Coachella?
Oh, you know, it's that music festival.
No, I don't know.
Because
I asked you.
Wait, have you heard of Coachella? Oh, it's a giant music festival in California.
Where?
In California.
Paul, do you have
Why would I know
dandruff?
about California?
Well, I don't know. The only reason I know about Coachella is because Sufjan was at Coachella last year.
Of course, Sufjan was at Coachella.
It's
So-
in
You guys have
Indio,
never heard of
California.
Coachella? Ugh.
I thought it was a well-known music festival, though.
Oh, well, I only know it because of one guy.
Like a ton of bands. Like Beyonce's gonna be there.
Oh, well, I should have
Eminem's
known
gonna
because
be
of
there,
Beyonce.
Fleet Fox is gonna be there, and Jean-Michel Jarre. Caleb, we should go see him.
Is Jean-Michel Jarre still making music?
I don't know.
I think-
Fresh.
He
I
does
think
the
Paul
most
has some serious
amazing
dandruff, guys.
work. Really?
Yeah, there's little white specks all over him.
Oh, Paul, Larry.
Well,
Are you snowing, Paul?
nothing you can do about it. I mean, I'm not gonna get him some.
You should get him some
I'm
kitty
gonna get him
dandruff
some
shampoo.
Head and Shoulders for cats.
Sell some blue.
Okay. Well, we are live, so I guess we're just chilling
Cool.
while we wait for our coffee so we can warm up. You know?
Yeah. You gotta have the warm-up time.
But welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club, the stream,
Yep.
the show. We are a Doki Doki Literature Club channel. We're based around this game.
This is all we play.
You know how there's like Minecraft channels out
Right.
there where all they do is play
we
Minecraft?
just
Well,
grind Doki Doki
Yeah.
Literature Club all day.
Exactly. Oh, if only it was Doki Doki Panic.
Right,
If only.
right.
But yeah, so that's where you're at. This is the life that you are that you have signed yourself up for, people who are watching. So I hope you're happy. I hope you're happy with your life choices.
Yeah.
This
I know.
is the world
I know I am happy with your life choices.
So, we're Jump and Shoot Bros. This is our sister, Jordan.
Yes.
Slide sis.
I think the coffee might even be done brewing.
Not yet. The
Weapon.
light
Hey,
is
she can be
still on.
weapon get, sis.
I can be what?
She can be weapon get, sis.
Weapon get.
Because that's the other thing Mega Man does.
Weapon get.
I guess that's true.
Yeah.
Cool. I like it.
He does get weapon.
Yeah.
Just one.
What was it?
But how?
Mega Man X8, I think it was. No, it's one of the. I don't know. It's a different game. One that I'm not as familiar with, but it actually says after you beat a boss, it says "Weapon Get."
I'm fairly certain that Mega Man: The Power Battle for arcades was saying that.
Did
the
it
other
say that,
day.
weapon
Yeah,
get?
I think we brought it
I
up
like
and we're
that.
laughing at it.
Yeah.
Can I be weapon get?
Yeah, weapon get, sis.
Yay.
Oh, bye, Paul.
There you go. I shall hand
All right.
the keyboard over to you.
Are we doing coffee first or what?
Well, I just heard the
The
exhausted sigh of the coffee maker being done.
Yeah.
So,
Let me ask you a question because I forgot to ask you earlier when we were talking about the download files for the game. Is there a way that you can see them on stream, or is that not going to be possible?
I might be able to set up a screen capture area for the files
Okay.
as well.
Because that's semi-important going forward. So, not if we're just gonna do it for like an hour and a half or something tonight, we probably could make do with not doing that this time. But next time for sure, we can just like read it out, what it is, whatnot.
Okay, well, what we could do is, if we're not going to get to a point where we need that,
We will need to look at it, but not necessarily put it up on the screen this time, probably.
do you have like some sort of strategy guide for this game or something that you're
No.
going off of?
I just know some stuff that happens that I want to look at the game files for.
Seems like things that we shouldn't know, because why would you be looking at the game files?
Because just some stuff. I don't know. I'm just
Jerry,
telling.
spoiling everything.
I'm not trying to spoil it, but Caleb needs to know these things.
Oh, okay.
Anyway,
I mean, okay.
It's all good. We got the game
When
files.
Aaron Hansen of the Game Grumps goes on and streams this game, does he know that he needs to go pull up some game files.
No, but I do. So.
I see. Well, we
Anyway.
want to be Aaron Hansen of Game Grumps.
Alright.
Well,
Because
anyway,
he's all the time streaming games.
I'm gonna get some coffee. Have
yeah.
you tried your Moscow Mule yet?
No, not yet. I have not done my coffee yet. I told you.
What?
Well, I finished my Moscow Mule, so I'll have some coffee to sober up.
Alright.
Because
that
I'm sure
has-
you're so drunk.
It is a strong drink.
There's 2 ounces of vodka in it.
Yeah.
That tastes kind of like a Dark and Stormy, only not as good.
Well,
Not
I
as
figured
good.
as much that you
Well,
would say something like that.
I mean,
it's delicious.
well, no, Jeremy.
I don't know what Dark and Stormy is.
It's exactly the same thing, only with rum instead of vodka.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure
So-
it is really good. Have
So
you
it's
seen
a lime rum juice.
Vodka? Oh, not a cut at all. It's not any vodka in it.
What were you-
Dark and Stormy is
Nice.
better than Moscow
Is it not
Mule.
very
But I
good?
mean, it's not like a deal breaker. I mean, this is pretty tasty. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, but you know, rum
They do, but I
rum
think
is
it's
tastier
big
than
and,
vodka. Inherently.
It gets a little warm, but definitely not hot.
So naturally, a mixture with rum would be more tasty.
I was gonna use your Rick and Morty mug because I wanted a gallon of coffee.
It's in the sink
It's in the sink.
with things in it.
No, never mind.
It needs to be washed.
We
in
do
and
have
washed
other
in.
mug options that are quite substantial.
Yeah.
That's true.
Here's a gallon. Here's a gallon size. I really don't need that much coffee.
Just get out. Look. Right here.
Actually,
Sizable.
what is this? Okay, yeah.
Everything is functional. Because I focus on the positives in life.
Yeah.
Ah.
Oh,
Oh,
where's the coffee?
it's on the table.
Bring it over here, why don't you?
So I guess this mug does get kind of warm, but and by warm I mean hot. But
hot in 30 seconds, you'll be meaning scalding.
yes, but it's so cute that I don't care.
Yeah.
The cuteness just.
Why doesn't it have a handle though?
It's
You know,
a Japanese
like mugs
teacup.
do.
I don't know.
It's probably not meant to have like boiling hot coffee.
No, I think it's for tea,
Yeah.
but I don't drink tea. So
You don't drink tea?
well, sometimes, but not often. Because why? When I would be
Only
drinking
iced tea.
Did we save this twice?
With, yeah, I did for good measure.
Okay.
And to give me pleasure.
Ooh.
Alright.
Oh.
I always save a couple times for good measure.
Jordan can take a break.
What?
I said Jordan can take a break
I can take a break for what?
from reading for a while.
Oh, what's gonna happen?
Oh.
Oh, you're going over to
Natsuki's house.
Natsuki's
Or actually,
house.
Natsuki's coming over to my
Natsuki's coming to
house.
your
Oh,
house.
no.
Oh, it's already Sunday.
Caleb's gonna love the next part.
You get to be
Actually,
a...
before Natsuki comes over, we might see Sayori too.
Great. I love
Oh.
my roles that I
Do you like the mule though, even though it's not as good as the Dark and Stormy? Okay.
Caleb, do you want
It's
to pass?
just like a Dark and Stormy, except
Just
for
one,
that it just has
just
vodka
one.
instead of rum.
Do you want to pass one of your characters to someone else?
No, you have to be Natsuki.
Okay.
You're Natsuki, and whoever the other one is.
Sayori.
Because that it's definite vocal strain on your on your voice. I'm pretty
It'll be
sure.
good for you. Somehow.
Okay.
Maybe I'll rework my voices a little bit.
All right. So what happened last time? Last time we
Please
wrote a
do.
bunch of poems, and we were getting
Poems.
ready for the festival.
Yeah, and
And
we're gonna
then
go bake some cakes.
We're gonna bake some cupcakes with Natsuki, and it's
Cake
Sunday already. I've been getting increasingly anxious about Natsuki's upcoming visit. I keep telling myself there's no reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help much. I wonder if she'll act any different when it's just the two of us. Meanwhile, she's been texting me a lot. We sent each other one after exchanging numbers to double check, but it turned into a conversation. She's almost a different personality on the phone, using tons of emoji and cute language. She also really likes complaining about things, but I kind of saw that one coming. But putting Natsuki aside, I haven't heard a thing from Sayori since she left the club early the other day. It's not like we text each other all the time or anything, but I've been worried about her in the back of my mind. Between what Sayori and Monica said, is it really okay for me to put Sayori's feelings aside when she might need me?
Yes.
I decide to visit Sayori before Natsuki comes over. Rather than asking, I simply tell her, I'm coming over, much like we've done in the past. Once I reach Sayori's house, I knock on the door before entering it myself. Again, we used to play so often that we made it a habit of simply entering each other's houses like we were family. The house is quiet. Sayori isn't anywhere on the first floor, so I assume she's up in her room. It's already strange of her not to run down and greet me. I head up to her bedroom where I finally find her. Sayori?
Hi, Daphne.
I sit down in her room. Sayori forces a smile, but it's easy to tell that she's different.
Hi.
There's a minute of silence. There's a minute of silence between us.
You haven't come over like this in a long time, have you?
I guess you're right. It's been a long time. Not much has really changed, has it? Sayori's room is as messy as it's always been. I also recognize the same stuffed animals and wall decorations that she's had for years now. Check out those wall decorations.
Whoa.
Right, look right above her
That,
bed,
like,
Caleb.
ripped
What
up-
is that?
Uh,
It's an air conditioner. Everyone knows that.
what? I'm not talking about
Eh.
that.
Oh, that's you.
You can't. Like Caleb. I mean, Sarah.
It wouldn't be such a mess.
That's because I end up cleaning it for you.
How come you suddenly wanted to come over today? Aren't you supposed to see Natsuki today?
Yeah, but... Wait, how did you know that? Sayori already left by the time we decided that last meeting.
No one could have possibly
Monica
told her.
told me. It's only natural for her to keep me informed about the festival preparations, right?
That's true. But what about you? Aren't you going to be helping Monica today?
Of course! Of course! But I'm just helping her online. We didn't plan to meet up or anything.
Ah, so just me and Natsuki then.
Yep.
There's more silence between us. Sayori stares in a random direction. A random direction. Everything about her behavior is really uncharacteristic.
Directions. Who would have predicted this?
Finally, I get to the point. I just wanted to see how you were doing after you left on Friday. When something's wrong, you can't hide it from me. I know you too well. So? Sayori smiles, shaking her head.
That's no good, Daphne.
Eh.
Why can't it just be like it's always has been? This is all my fault. I didn't get so weak and accidentally express my feelings, ... I didn't make that stupid mistake, ... Then you wouldn't have been worried about me at all, Dot. You wouldn't have come here, Dot. You wouldn't have even been thinking about me right now, Dot. But this is not, is just my punishment, isn't it? I'm getting punished for being so selfish. I think that's why the world decided to have you come over today. The world did that. The world made that decision. Definitely not you. He just wants to torture me.
Sayori. I grab Sayori by the shoulders. What on earth are you saying? Are you listening to yourself right now? I know something happened to you. There's no other explanation for you to be like this. So tell me already. Until I know, I won't be able to stop thinking about it.
Ah! Ah ha ha! That's not even my normal letter.
Sayori gives me an empty smile.
You really put me in trap, dog Manny. You wily dog. But, you're wrong. Nothing happened to me. I've always been like this. You're just seeing it for the first time.
Seeing what? What are you talking about, Sayori?
You're really just going to make me say it, aren't you, Doki? I guess I have no choice this time. The thing is, I've had really bad depression my whole life. Did you know that? I eat it on my way for school every day. Most days I can't even find a reason to get out of bed. What reason is there to do anything when I fully know how worthless I am? Why go to school? Why eat? Why make friends? Why make other people put energy into carrying waste and have them spend it on me? That's what it feels like. And that's why I just want to make everyone happy. Not anyone worrying about me.
Dot dot dot. I'm in shock. I can't even figure out how to respond. How is it possible that Sayori kept this from me the entire time that I've known her? Did she really want so badly for me just not to think about her? Why, Sayori? Why?
Why?
Why is it that you've never told me about this? It almost feels like I've been betrayed as your close friend.
How could you?
How could you? Because if I knew, I would have done everything I could to support you.
That's not what I want. Are you even listening?
Even if there's only so much that I could do, I would have tried a little bit harder to make every day a little bit better. That's why I'm your friend. All I had to do was tell me.
You don't understand at all, Doug Finney, you fucking idiot. Why do you think I didn't tell you? I just told you why. Because if I told you that you're going to waste effort caring about me instead of doing important things. I don't want to be cared about. It's bittersweet when people try to care about me. It feels nice sometimes.
Go ahead and take a drink.
It feels nice sometimes, but it also feels like a bat being swung against my head. So funny, right? That's why I wanted so badly for you to make friends with everyone else. Helping everyone be happy together is the best thing for me. But then I discovered something else too. Seeing you make friends and get closer with everyone in the club, it feels like a spear going through my heart. So that's why. That's why I decided the world would just wants to torture me. Every path leads to nothing but hurt. It's so funny.
You're right that I don't understand. I don't understand your feelings at all, Sayori. But I don't need to understand. Whatever it takes for me to help you stop hurting, that's what I'll do.
No, Doug Finney, you retard. There's nothing at all. The only thing that could have helped is if everything could be like it always was, but now it never will be because now you know that I'm depressed. You're always going to be like hanging around and like trying to make me feel better. And that's not going to work, Doug Finney. But I was selfish. I finally showed you what a horrible person I am.
Tears streaked down Sayori's face.
I made you join the literature club because I was selfish. And I was punished by my heart hurting in a way I couldn't understand. And now you came here and it made you hurt too. I'm just weak and selfish. That's all I am. And that's why I'm going to accept these punishments. Because I deserve every last one.
Without thinking, I once again grabbed Sayori's shoulders. This time I pulled her into a tight embrace. Sayori, I don't care if you feel selfish. I'm really happy you convinced me to join the club. Seeing you every day makes it worthwhile enough. If I make friends with everyone else, then that's just a bonus. But please never underestimate how much I care about you. I wouldn't have it any other way. Sayori isn't hugging me back. Despite my arms being wrapped around her, Sayori's arms remain at her sides. She starts sobbing next to my ear.
No! Don't do this to me! Please don't do this! Doug Finney!
Sayori barely manages to speak between her sobs. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing, but all I want is for her to know that I care.
I get the feeling you're doing the wrong thing.
If you have it in you to call yourself selfish, then you have to let me be selfish too. No matter what it takes, I'll figure out what needs to change. I'll make these feelings go away. And if there's anything that you need me to do, then you better tell me.
You're white knighting me right now, Doki. It's
I'll
not
get-
helpful.
I'll get mad if you don't.
Oh my.
Ooh.
Don't say that.
I don't know I don't know I don't know.
Gently, Sayori finally puts her arms around me in return.
I don't know anything. It's all really scary. I don't understand any of my feelings, Doug Vinny. The only time I'm not feeling nothing is when I'm feeling pain. But your hugs are so warm. I guess that's a feeling. That's really
It's
scary
a scary
too.
feeling.
I've never been more scared in my life.
Sayori lets me go. As she does so, I let go of her as well. The festival's tomorrow.
Yeah,
It's gonna be fun, right?
I've never felt fun before. I mean, yeah.
How would you like to go? How would you like for? How would you like for me to spend it all with you? It's what I want. I promise.
I think that would be nice then.
Yeah. Sayori wipes her eyes. If I could spend the whole day here, I would. Of all days, this has to be the one where I have other plans.
Why don't you just bring her over?
Maybe I should.
Maybe I should cancel. You should cancel my plans for me.
Maybe I should cancel your plans. Doug Vinny. No, please don't. If you did that, then I really wouldn't.
Why?
But it's almost time for Natsuki to meet me at my house. At the very least, do you want to come along and help out?
Thank you.
It would be fun. To my surprise, Sayori shakes her head.
I'm sorry. I don't know if that'd be very good for me today. You understand, right? Clearly.
Ah.
You understand?
It's kind of hard for me to fully understand,
Oh man, you're
but
stupid.
I'm trying my hardest.
It's okay. Don't worry too much about
Too
it.
much.
That's literally what I've been telling you the whole time. I'll see you tomorrow, okay?
Alright. I look forward to it. I say goodbye to Sayori and exit her house. On the way home, I found myself still feeling uneasy. But it's hard for me to keep thinking about it when Natsuki is about to come over too. I think Sayori's right. I shouldn't be worrying too much, and we're definitely going to have a great time tomorrow. I should just focus on what's ahead of me. I spend only a few minutes back at home anxiously awaiting Natsuki's arrival. Before I know it, she texts me to let me know she's outside the front door. Without delay, I open the front door to let her in. Da.
Sup?
Hey! I don't know what I was expecting, but seeing Natsuki in something other than her school uniform totally threw me off. See her
You
in
think I was gonna show up in my school uniform, you weirdo?
seeing her in such cute clothes makes the uniform seem totally unfitting in comparison.
Unfitted.
Jeez, don't make it feel so awkward already. It's gonna be a long afternoon, so don't be weird just because you're not used to seeing me outside of school. Anyway, I'm coming in.
I see you brought a lot of stuff. Natsuki's carrying a large bag that is probably full of baking supplies. Or cats.
Well, I didn't want to come out all this way and find out your kitchen isn't equipped for the job, bitch. You bought everything I asked you to, right?
Yeah, I did. Yesterday, Natsuki asked me to buy a bunch of ingredients if I didn't already have them at home.
Good. I mean, good. Glad I could count on you to do your part.
Well, of course. I'm surprised to hear Natsuki suddenly say that rather than something snarky like she usually does. Could it be that she's a little different outside of school after all? Anyway, let's go to the kitchen.
What? You're not even gonna offer to take this heavy bag from me? Where's your hospitality, Doug Vinny?
Come on.
Where are the nachos?
Since when did I need to be a gentleman?
I expect nachos.
I grab the bag Natsuki holds out to me. It's a bag of nachos. Gugh! This is ridiculously heavy.
I carried that all the way here, you little bitch. Are you impressed?
I see now. Yeah, I'm impressed, Natsuki. Seems like I always underestimate you.
It's because I'm so small, isn't it?
Yeah.
You jerk.
Natsuki hits a fist into my chest.
Hits a fist.
Hits a fist.
What fist? Just a random.
Just
There's
a fist.
just a fist.
There's
Just
a
a
fist in her
fist.
bag.
She hits it in my chest. Hey! Your size has nothing to do with it. Do you really hate being small that much?
Nani sorry. It's not like I hate it. I mean, sometimes I like proving people wrong when they only think I'm worth my size.
They only think I'm worth my size.
It makes sense.
I'm worth so much more than my size, okay? It's fun when I get to be small and also benefit other people.
It's a good line.
But, jeez, never mind. What are you making me say? I mean, I guess you didn't really make me say anything. Okay, anyway, don't think you made me talk about weird things just because we're not at shul. Are we getting started or what? There's a lot of stuff I gotta teach you.
Ah ha ha ha.
What?
That's a little bit more like you. You're more fun when you just speak your mind like that.
Hey! Now you are treating me like a kid. I was just trying to be a little nicer, you know. And that's because I don't have a mature and sexy figure like when you're here. Doesn't mean you should treat me like...
Natsuki catches her words and her face turns red. Natsuki.
Forget it! I didn't say anything, and you can never prove that it's my word against yours.
I should
I'll
apologize.
see you in court.
I should apologize for staring at Yuri's mature and sexy figure too often. I appreciate that you were trying to be nicer. I should have been a little more considerate too. But also, if that's what you're thinking, then you should know that there are tons of guys who are into body types like
You
yours.
should just stop now.
How would you know that anyway, you little creep perv?
Just trust me on this one.
Wait a second. You one of these supposed guys? Dot. Gross.
Hey! Is that to me?
Wait, who else? I mean, there's literally no adult people in this story, so clearly you're the only one here in this house.
That's true. Nobody has parents. Man. Let's just get started already.
Ah! You get all sour when a girl calls you gross. I finally got your weakness, Doug Vinny. I'm gonna call you gross all the time.
Natsuki smiles deviously.
I'm sure this one's not gonna lose its edge at all.
Please spare me. Well, if Natsuki decides to dish out more insults like that, there's no way I'm fighting back.
Use some fighting words.
But she's satisfied enough for now, finally starting to pull things out of her bag so we can get started. Before long, the whole kitchen is a mess, clearly. Spoons, dirty bowls, flour, spilled fluid.
What fluid exactly? Can we elaborate here?
Can we please elaborate?
No, just fluid.
It's just filled fluid.
There's just fluids everywhere.
Don't you know that baking involves a lot of fluids, you know?
Not that much.
Just tons of fluids.
There's
It's
just
chemistry. It's chemistry.
There's fluids on the walls and the floor.
It's a little bit out on the ceiling. Don't ask.
And plastic bags are strewn
Strewn
about the
about.
countertop.
Every countertop.
The mixer isn't big enough to make all the batter at once, so we had to do it several times.
Oh, goodness.
Meanwhile, Natsuki is babysitting all my movements to make sure I don't mess up her precious baking.
Doug Vinny, where'd you put the food coloring? The batter's going in the oven soon, so I need to fill the trays.
Whether they're in the trays or not, the batter's going in the oven.
It's happening. The batter is going into the oven. We need to act fast.
It's just moving toward the oven. We've got to get it in those trays. I think it's still in the bag next to the table. What are you using it for?
To color the batter, of course.
Like, why the fuck else?
The batter is food and it is color. I'm making each tray a different color. Doug Vinny. That way, even if the flavors are different, everyone can still pick their favorite. It's psychological manipulation.
Ah, that's a cute idea.
Psychological manipulation. Is a cute
Are we
idea.
doing anything like that with the icing?
Do you want to?
Ah, you're asking me? I don't really have a preference, so...
Probably this is
Come
stupid.
on. You're not putting any heart in this at all. Can you at least try to have fun?
I'm having fun. I'm not really sure what Natsuki's... I'm not
Not
really
really
having fun.
having
I'm not having fun. I'm not really sure what Natsuki's trying to get out of me. Meanwhile, I see her separate the batter into smaller bowls and put a few drops of food coloring in each. Oh, that does look pretty cool.
See? It's not like baking is just about following instructions, even though literally that is what
That
baking
is what
about.
it is.
The presentation is where you get to be creative and have the most fun. I guess that's true.
That's true.
It's a million times more worth it and just looking at it makes everyone's eyes lighten up. They just
up.
lighten right up. You know, they
You got a lot of
on their
stress.
minds. Their eyes have a lot on their minds, so they just really need to see something nice to lighten up, you know?
Okay.
Like the ones you made on my first day, huh? I recall Natsuki proudly presenting her cat-shaped cupcakes and Sayori and Monika's delighted expressions. I wonder if I can make Natsuki proud like that too.
I wonder if the cupcakes were really cat-shaped, like
Was it just
like,
the
Like
icing
shaped
that was
like a full
original
cat?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Awesome.
They're probably just cat faces.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Maybe I will use the food coloring then.
Sounds like you're starting to
I think
understand.
she already. Never mind.
Just make sure you completely finish mixing the icing before you mess with the food coloring.
Yeah, it's getting there. We were using the electric mixer for the batter, so I get stuck with a whisk and a huge bowl for the icing.
Not any sort of The icing's still all lumpy. What's wrong with you? Are you even trying?
Well, yeah. It'll just take a little bit longer.
Takes a while.
Jeez,
It takes a while.
If you do it like that, you might end up making butter on accident.
Yeah, that's happened
Here,
before.
look.
It has.
Natsuki grabs a whisk from me and uses her other hand to tilt the bowl back.
You really need to beat the crap out of it.
After a few seconds, the consistency of the icing is already improved.
See?
As if to emphasize, Natsuki sticks a finger in the icing and pops it in her mouth. I reluctantly start to do the same.
Hey!
Natsuki suddenly grabs my wrist.
I don't want your gross fingers in my
Oh,
icing.
sick burn.
Uh-huh.
Disgusting.
Your icing, eh? Are you forgetting who did all the work?
It was me. Did you not? Were you not there for
Were you-
just now?
were
when
you
I
not
turned
reading?
This into icing?
I start to
It
fight.
wasn't icing until I got here.
I start to fight back, trying to inch my finger toward the bowl.
Don't make me beat the crap out of you next.
I'd like to see you try. I push harder, just enough for my finger to reach the icing. I triumphantly scoop some with my finger just as Natsuki tugs with all her might. Ah!
I know where you live. Doug Vinny.
The force of Natsuki pulling me causes me to stumble, making her stumble in turn.
Gross! You got it on my face! What did you get on my face exactly? Can you be more specific?
Probably icing.
How did that happen?
Whose fault is that? There's a big glob of icing on Natsuki's cheek. She tries to reach it with her tongue, but it's too far away.
Jeez. You know what? Take this!
Natsuki instead wipes it off with her finger before shoving her finger toward my own face. You wish!
What a response.
I'm faster. That's internal dialogue, by the way. I'm faster. I grab her wrist with my hand before it reaches my face. Natsuki tries to use her other hand to fight back, but I grab that one as well.
Oh no.
Ooh.
Oh no.
Stop!
Not until you apologize for calling me gross.
Fine. I'm sorry for calling you gross, even though it is true. You know I don't mean it, except for I do. It's just fun seeing you react to it, because it's true. You do that to me all the time, you know. Say dumb things to just get a reaction out of me. You really shouldn't tease girls like that.
Is that so? In that case, I probably shouldn't do this either. I take Natsuki's fingers and put it in my mouth,
Why?
licking off the icing.
Whoa, what? What are you thinking? Did you just seriously just...
Natsuki is so surprised she can't even figure out how to get mad at me. Her face is entirely red.
You really shouldn't do that kind of thing with girls unless you really like them, you know? Like, you know that, right? Like, that's something that you know, right?
What kind of question does she ask me just like that?
I don't
Who
think
are you, Doug
I don't know. How did the moon turn this? How did the moon turn to this so quickly?
Why did you do
I mean, let's be honest.
Probably because you just shoved her finger in your mouth. Natsuki gazes at me in silence. I notice her shallow breaths. Why am I starting to feel dizzy?
Something that
Oh, I see you found the iocane powder. You're gonna die for sure.
I spent the last several years building up an immunity to iocane powder.
Give me some. Please. Out of nowhere. Why?
Oh.
Are you serious? They burned the cupcakes?
Out of no,
Thank
well,
you.
but they were up against that wall for like 30 to
I
40
didn't
seconds,
know.
Jordan.
Oh.
That's true.
Well,
That's a good
that's
point.
just it's a
Out of-
fine line.
Out of nowhere, the fire
You
alarm
know
starts.
baking.
I know, baby.
They were up there for tens of seconds. The fire alarm starts going off. Natsuki rushes over to the oven.
Wow, that's pretty extreme.
Is
Smoke
something
alarm going
burning?
off already.
Is
That
something
really did.
burning?
It must have been. It must have
What
been
could
tins.
it be?
What could it be? I thought you didn't put the. Oh, okay. I thought you didn't put the
Oh.
cupcakes in yet.
Cough.
No wonder!
Oh, there's.
You let a dirty train here, dummy! How could you make a mistake like that? It's the end of this whole baking escapade!
You should have checked before turning the oven on.
Don't blame me for your mistakes. Jeez! We're definitely not gonna be able to make cupcakes now!
Natsuki uses an oven mitt to grab the blackened tray out of the oven. She sets it on top of the stove. In another moment, Meanwhile, the fire alarm
Time.
stops.
In a separate, unrelated moment.
Anyway, I'm putting them in the oven now.
Yeah. The tension for the moment still lingers in our heads, over our heads. God, I can't read today. But the moment has already been lost. I watch as Natsuki slides the cupcake trays into the oven. Then I reluctantly pick up the whisk and continue with the icing like nothing ever happened.
Ah, that smells so good!
The cupcakes are ready to be pulled out of the oven. As soon as Natsuki opens the oven door, a blast of sweet-smelling warm air fills the room.
Look how cute they all look!
She proudly shows off the different colored cupcakes in each of the trays.
They're different colors!
That makes them
It's
cute.
like we planned this!
They'll look even better once we add the icing.
Not like you need to tell me that! I'm the baking person around here, around these parts.
The bakest.
I brought decorating stuff, so you can get creative with all this stuff I brought. Here, scoop the icing into these bags.
Natsuki hands me some plastic bags.
I have these nozzles that will make it look nice and fluffy. This one can even make flowers. But can you actually do that now? It actually
Probably
does require
not.
some skill. We probably won't be using it this time, though.
What's this one for? I pick up one of the nozzles that has a much thinner tip than the others.
That one's really thin, so you can use that to make stripes or other patterns. But you can also use it to write stuff on the cake, on a cake, like happy birthday or whatever.
I
Like,
see.
like happy birthday or whatever.
Happy birthday
That's
or
one
whatever.
that I always loved writing that one.
There's a website called cakerex.com.
Yeah.
Have you seen this
That's
before?
a great website.
Have you seen it, Jordan?
Oh yeah.
Oh, guys. It's like
pretty great.
it'll show or it's like where people had ordered cakes from the bakery and like just awful, horrible misspellings and things, and then there's like before and after, or like the picture of what it should have looked like, and then the picture of how it turned out. I've laughed so hard, like tears streaming down my face, and I can't breathe because of that website. Anyway, that gives me an idea actually.
Nani sorry.
Well, it's a literature event, right? We can make it more literature themed by writing a different word on each of the cupcakes. It would be fun to see people choose their cupcake based on a word they like. Socks,
Such as-
suicide,
Such as and.
boop,
And.
The.
Oh, I see you went for the and one. Does that mean you're pregnant? Hmm?
I was kind of expecting you to say something really stupid, and you delivered. I mean, but that's actually a really cute idea, so...
Maybe I'm getting it from you.
What's that supposed to mean?
God, why does everything have to be a big deal?
I'm not cute. I'm ugly and hideous.
You are quite a dog.
It's what I want to never see you as.
Come on, we're not at school. Nobody's judging. You can be cute all you want. You can't dress and act like this and just not expect me to think you're cute.
Well, you have a good point there.
Noxie's voice
Pretty
trails
much
off.
like what I'm going for, the aesthetic I'm trying to go for. Same with you. You can't expect you to dress and be like that and then not think that you're gross.
Eh? Did you say something?
No, nothing. Let's just do the icing. Let's just get this over with.
Noxie picks up the paste and fastens a nozzle onto each of the bags.
There's a lot to do, so we shouldn't be wasting time.
You didn't let the cupcakes cool.
Here, I'll show you how to do it.
Icing's gonna
The
melt
icing slides right off of each of the cupcakes.
And then Natsuki blames you.
Without giving me a chance to think about before, Natsuki quickly moves on. She shows me how to apply the icing, and we each get to work. God dang it!
Get each work to work.
It's because I can't see.
Yes, Jeremy, that was your excuse last week
Jeremy,
too.
one of these days we'll be able to sit closer to the TV.
That would be nice, actually. When we're finally finished, Natsuki puts them all side by side to admire our work.
Look how pretty they are together.
Yeah, they are, aren't they?
I wish I could have one now. But it's impossible.
There's no way. Well, there's no way you can have one now, right? I don't see any harm in that.
Well, yeah, but we only have exactly the amount that we need.
Because we have an exact number of people that will be there.
If we don't have enough, then we will literally be kicked out of school. My dad's making dinner tonight, so that's such a bullshit reason.
Oh, man.
I'm not even gonna finish this stupid sentence.
Sayori is the exact opposite in that regard. If she was here, we'd probably be down to 10 cupcakes already. And she would still eat dinner. Fat ass.
Come on, it's just unhealthy. What a disgusting creature she is. Besides, when my dad cooks, I need to eat as much of it as I can. Well, anyway. I was hoping we would have time for manga, but I need to be home for dinner. Wait, we don't have time for manga?
Already?
I read Berserk. That's a really good one.
That's a shame.
Also, I highly recommend Spirit Circle. That's really good too. It's your fault for working so slowly. You should have thought about that whenever you were being slow at this thing you've never done before. It's not like you'll always have this chance to talk about manga.
It's stuck on your finger. As usual, Natsuki places the blame on me.
You can bring the cupcakes tomorrow, right? If you and Sayori each carry some, you'd probably do it in one trip.
Yeah, I can do that. And don't worry, I won't let her eat any.
I wish she would listen to me. The way she listens to you!
Ah. Yeah. I again think back to the conversation I had with Sayori earlier today. I felt so helpless. Sayori always does listen to me, but at that point I felt like she couldn't listen to me at all.
Okay, I'm all packed up. Good work today.
You too. I'll walk you out, I guess. Just like that, Natsuki's already about to leave. It feels like the afternoon went by in a flash. More than that, did I even take the opportunity to get closer to her like I wanted?
Well, did you?
You put her finger in your mouth.
Yeah, I mean,
I guess I'll be
that's
off
something.
then. Thanks for all the help and, putting my finger in your mouth and everything. I'll see you tomorrow.
Wait, Natsuki. What you said before about not always having this chance. Doesn't have to be that way at all. I had fun today. You showed me how fun baking can be, like you wanted. And aside from that, you can come over any time, okay? I think that if possible, I'd like to spend more time like this. If you want to read manga or go out somewhere...
Are you asking me on a date? Do you really mean that?
Natsuki looks deeply. Natsuki looks at me tensely like she's trying to hide her expression. Yeah. I want to spend more time with you.
John Finney! I thought you only cared about getting this done. I'm sorry I had to leave so early today. I really didn't want to. I would really stay here longer if I could. We could talk about Akira. That's a manga. It's pretty... it's good. It's, a little overrated, but whatever. I feel the same way about you. As you, so...
Whoa.
Oh,
whoa,
no.
I'm just right up in there. Just getting right up in there.
Natsuki suddenly gets closer to me. Wait, Natsuki. Standing inches from me, Natsuki looks up at me.
Wait, Natsuki, don't continue getting closer. You're gonna run right into me.
I feel her fingers gently clutch at the sides of my shirt as if holding on to me. Her rose-colored cheeks matching eyes, rose-colored eyes. That is her eye color. I feel like I love that they're actually mentioning the color of someone's eyes. Her rose-colored eyes, along with her slightly parted lips. What is happening? My head starts to go dizzy as I feel her soft breaths against me. That's you.
I've felt it for a while now.
Really?
Natsuki suddenly jumps back.
You're gross. I remember now. You're gross. Sayori.
Eh?
Hi,
Sayori? Just now we weren't.
Oh my god.
It's okay. I just stopped by to say hi and destroy your little moment that you were having here. Because, I'm really depressed about all these girls you're dating. Aha! Well, you should come a little earlier.
When Doug Benny was sucking on my finger.
All the cupcakes while Doug Benny was sucking on my finger. It would have been great. I'm already on my way out, so... Oh, really? That's too bad. Yeah, well, I'll still see you at the festival tomorrow, so it's fine. Just don't eat any cupcakes before then, okay? Anyway, later.
Clearly flustered, Natsuki teleports off of screen, and Sayori waves goodbye. Sayori, I thought you didn't want to come over today.
Well, I tried staying in my room, but then I heard about the fingers come out and all the manga you were gonna read. And it sounded, my imagination was really mean to me. So I had to come here and see it for myself. Yes,
The fingers.
See
And
what?
see the finger.
What are you talking about?
You know.
How much fun you were having with Natsuki's fingers. How close you got to, I mean, like physically close you got to her. It makes me really happy. Yes, that's what it is. That you made such good friends. I'm definitely happy. That's all that matters to me. Definitely not other stuff.
Tears start to fall down Sayori's face.
That's all that matters to me, I reiterate. Why am I feeling this way, Doug Benny? Why am I feeling like that this is what matters to me?
I'm giving you a coffee break.
Doug Benny, I'm supposed to be happy for you, but I said I was happy. Well, why does it feel like my heart's splitting in half, Doug Benny? It hurts. I'm so happy. It hurts so much, Doug Benny. Everything hurts, and I'm so happy about it. This would be much better if I could just disappear, you know, because I'm so happy.
Sayori, don't say
just
that.
Evaporate.
Don't say that.
It's true, Doug Benny. You can't stop me. If I wasn't here, then you wouldn't have to waste your sympathy on me. You wouldn't have to put up with me being selfish. Monica was right. I should just...
What did Monica
Monica?
say?
Monica was right about what?
do it.
Sayori, what I said before is true. I'm not gonna let this continue. Caring about you like this isn't the burden in your mind. Isn't the burden your mind is making it out to be. It's something that makes me happy. Something that I wouldn't trade for anything else. So even if it takes an entire lifetime, I'm going to be by your side until you don't feel any more pain.
But what?
Sayori looks away. I put a hand on her
That's
shoulder
literally not what I want.
to reassure her.
I'm scared, Doug Benny. I'm really scared.
What are you so scared of, Sayori?
I'm scared that I might like you more than you like me.
Sayori?
It's true, isn't it? I was weak and started to like you too much. I did this to myself. Doug Benny, I like you so much that I want to die. That's how I feel. That's pretty, makes a lot of sense. And
That's enough, Sayori! I don't want you to hurt anymore. I slide my hand down Sayori's arm and squeeze her hand in my own. Do you remember how I said I always know what's best for you? Do you still believe me?
you're white-knighting me hardcore right now.
Wordlessly, Sayori nods. Even if you don't understand all your own feelings, I know what you need the most right now.
You're
God.
such an ass.
And that's what I'm going to give you.
Oh my god.
You know what?
I love you.
I don't. You know what? You're the one who's gonna
Sorry.
make me
You want to save it?
kill myself. I'm suicidal.
Huh?
You think we should save it
Save before what?
before we make a choice?
Well, look, I'm gonna be honest with you right now. If it were my choice right here,
Uh-huh.
I'd say that she'll always be our dearest friend.
Yeah?
Because the thing is here.
She clearly doesn't need us to tell her.
Because the thing is here that you know, I don't need all this baggage as Doug Finney.
Right?
Too much baggage.
Oh, you're saying if you're Doug Vinny in this
Hell
scenario.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, you are not, Sayori, you're not allowed to trap me into this relationship where I am guiltily, you know, required to be here, or else you kill yourself.
So are we in agreement then? Always
I don't
be
know.
my
What do you
dearest
think,
friend?
Jordan?
I think you should just fuck everything up and just say I love you.
Oh, no.
I'm kidding. No, don't do that.
We love the other girls. All of
we love all of the other girls.
Except you haven't really done much with Monica.
I'm sure we will.
I'm sure that'll happen.
Monica hasn't really been an option yet. Okay.
Okay, fine.
Look,
Why don't we flip this remote real quick?
Okay.
Heads and tails.
Heads, I love you. Tails, friend.
Okay.
I'm sure that this is probably not fair somehow.
It probably isn't. It's
love
definitely
you.
weighted.
Here, how about we
It
flip
landed on
this?
heads.
How about we flip this cat?
Let's flip the cat.
Heads.
Okay, hold
Maybe he
on.
lands on
Here,
his
okay, the
feet.
phone. Oh, here's a flipping coin.
Oh, perfect.
Right there, flipping coin. All right.
Oh, perfect.
Elephant, I love you. Blank side, friend. Okay,
hell yeah.
we're just friends.
Hell
I'm
yeah.
kind of relieved.
All right.
about this.
Always be my dearest friend.
Yeah, always.
So anyway.
That is just what she needed to hear.
That's what she needs to hear. You'll always be my dearest friend. What you need most is for things to be like they've always been. Monica told me the truth. She told me how much happier you seemed after I joined the club. I know you're struggling with some really difficult feelings right now, but please trust me that I know what's best and what will make you happy in the end.
Man.
I promise I'll help get things back to the way they were. Sayori forces a smile through an incredibly pained expression.
I'm worried for Sayori.
Is this what it feels like to get stabbed in the chest? I should write a poem about this.
Sayori.
It's okay, Doug Benny. I'm just gonna go kill myself. This is just my punishment, remember? I told you, for being so selfish. I'm so selfish. So please don't worry about these stupid feelings. I know you're right. I knew this whole time there's no happiness down that path. That's why I came here. Just so I can get the answer I need to hear. And the other thing. You're also right, I just wanted to go back to the way it was. I realize that now. You really do know me better than anyone, Doug Benny. I'll trust you with anything. Anything at all. So...
Sayori's smile finally breaks.
Sayori disappeared.
All of a sudden, she turns around and drops to her knees.
What in the...
I think the little A's are like a drop in tone. Yeah, there you go. Clutching her head with both hands, she screams as loudly as she can. I'm so shocked that I don't even know how to react. Sayori looks over her shoulder and flashes me one more weak smile before turning around and running off. Sayori!
It makes a pew sound.
Right. Every time somebody runs out of frame, there should be a sound effect. I'm left helplessly standing in front of my house. Why am I feeling so horrible about this? There's nothing more I could have done. Except tell her you love her. That could have...
Yeah, but that would have just been the worst
It would have
ever.
been.
No.
The most I can do is support Sayori through her feelings and help her on the path as art. Well, it wouldn't be a lie to say I love you.
No.
My
Yeah, but
childhood
it would
friend of
be
mine.
So misleading though for the
That
situation.
is true.
Like, it didn't
Because
say
we
I'm
clearly
in
don't
love.
love
I'm
her.
head over heels in love with you, Sayori.
Yeah, but you know, there's implications.
Right.
Just saying that you love someone.
Right.
Which
It
Yeah.
has
is
implications.
dumb.
But I'm having as much
Don't
trouble
tell anybody
understanding
you love them.
Sayori's feelings as she is. Even though I can comfort her, I keep wondering if I should be doing something more or something different.
You probably should not be doing anymore.
But, Doug Benny, you know exactly what she needs.
She needs you to
That's
back
true.
off,
You
back
do.
the
I
F
mean-
off.
You claim
Is that
you
it?
know
You say
everything.
that you
Oh,
know
yeah.
precisely what
I
she
know.
needs.
I know exactly what she needs. I really don't know what she needs.
I know you better than you know yourself.
I know these thoughts will continue to plague me until things are back to the way they were. I'm gonna give it everything I've got. Sayori will always be my dearest friend, and I'll do whatever it takes to put a smile on her face every day.
Very valiant of you.
It's the day of the festival. Of all days, I expected this one to be the one where I'd be walking to school with Sayori. But Sayori isn't answering her phone. I considered going to her house to wake her up, decided that's a little too much. Meanwhile, the preparations for the event should be nearly complete. I managed to carry all the cupcakes by myself, carefully stacking 2 trays. Natsuki is already Natsuki is already texting up a storm, but I can't respond thanks to my hands being full. Funnily enough, is that a word?
It is a word, actually.
Funnily enough, that is a word.
It is a word.
I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over so I can spend time with Sayori and Natsuki at the festival.
Especially Natsuki.
But knowing Monica, I'm sure the festival will be great, or the event will be great too.
Oh, Doki!
Hey, Jordan gets to talk now.
Hey! You're the first one here.
BRB.
Thanks for being early.
That's funny. I thought at least Yuri would be here by now. Monica is placing little booklets on each of the desks in the classroom. They must be the ones she prepared that has all the poems we're performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monica would like and submitted it. So that's the one I'll be performing.
I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayori with you.
Yeah, she overslept again.
That loser.
That dummy.
Okay, that's even worse.
You'd think on days this important she'd try a little harder.
Oh my god.
I say that, but I suddenly remember what Sayori told me yesterday. And I suddenly feel awful knowing it's not nearly that simple for her. I only said it because it's the way I'm used to thinking. But maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all.
Maybe you should have.
You didn't miss much, Caleb. Just Monica asked him about Sayori, I think, and him just saying that she's an idiot for sleeping in again.
That dumbass.
That dummy.
He said.
You should take a little responsibility for her, Dogbini. I mean, especially after your exchange with her yesterday. You kind of left her hanging this morning, you know.
Exchange? Monica, you know about that?
She knows everything.
Of course I do. I'm the club president after all, and that means I know everything.
But I stammer, embarrassed. Did Sayori really tell her about it that quickly? About how I basically turned down her confession? That makes me really seem like the bad guy here. But I'm the one who knows what's best for her, right?
Yes.
How did you determine
that?
One day I woke up and realized that I know what's best for Sayori. Jeez. You don't know the full story at all, so...
Don't worry. I probably know a lot more than you think.
More than you do.
Eh? Monica's being as friendly as usual, but for some reason I felt a chill down my spine after hearing that.
Hey, do you want to check out the pamphlets? They came out really nice.
Yeah, sure. I grabbed one of the pamphlets laid out on the desks. Oh yeah, they really did. Something like this will definitely help people take the club more seriously.
Yeah, I thought so too.
I flipped through the pages. Each member's poem is neatly printed on its own page, giving it an almost professional feel. I recognized Natsuki's and Yuri's poems from the ones they performed during our practice. What's this?
What's this?
I flipped to Sayori's poem. It's different from the ones she practiced. It's one that I haven't read before.
Oh. Well, there's a lot to read here.
Get out of my head.
You have to read it.
Basically, is what I'm saying.
You have to read
Oh, there's a percent
it
sign
word
up
for
there
word.
also.
Why?
Out of my head. Anyway, let's get out of my head before I do what I know is best for you. Get out of my head before I listen to everything she said to me. Get out of my head before I show you how much I love you. Get out of my head before I finish writing this poem. The poem is never actually finished. It just stops moving.
Okay.
Ah! What is this? Reading the poem, I get a pit in my stomach.
Dogbini? What's wrong?
Nothing. This poem feels completely different from everything else Sayori's written. But more than that, I changed my mind. I'm gonna go get Sayori, so...
Well, alright. Try not to take too long, okay?
I quickly leave the classroom.
Don't strain yourself.
Monica calls that out after me. I quicken my pace.
You're straining yourself, stop!
What was I thinking? I should have tried a little bit harder for Sayori. It's not a big deal to at least wait for her or help her wake up. Even the simple gesture of walking her to school makes her really happy. Besides, I told her yesterday that things will be the same as they always have been. That's all she needs and what I want to give her. I reach Sayori's house and knock on the door. I don't expect an answer since she's not picking up her phone either. Like yesterday, I opened the door and let myself in. Sayori? She really is a heavy sleeper. I swallow. I can't believe I ended up doing this after all. Waking her up in her own house? Isn't that more like something a boyfriend would do? In any case, it just feels right. Outside Sayori's room, I knock on her door. Sayori!
Why the fuck are her parents?
Wake up, dummy! There's no response. I really didn't want to have to enter a room like this. Isn't it kind of a breach of privacy? But she really leaves me no choice. I gently open the door. Sayori!
Oh my god! Sayori. That's
Yep.
some deep shit there. What is happening? An exception has occurred. I don't like
Yep.
this music.
Why not? It's like
Because it makes me think of like
makes it makes me
Like-
think of Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. Am I right, guys?
This is exactly what I was thinking. Music box version.
ooh.
Yeah. Anyway, well, I knew this was
Sayori.
coming.
Yeah,
He's
it was
dead.
pretty
I know.
clearly coming.
Yeah.
Yep.
What the hell?
Really?
What hell? What
Is
the
that
hell?
what you would be thinking
What the
right
hell?
now?
Is this a nightmare? It has to be. This isn't real. There's no way this can be real. Sayori wouldn't do this. Everything was normal up until a few days ago. That's why I can't believe what my eyes are showing me. I suppressed the urge to
What
vomit.
is this music?
Just yesterday, I told Sayori I would be there for her. I told her I know what's best and that everything will be okay.
Why didn't she
Then
listen
why?
to me?
Why would she do this? How could I be so helpless? What did I do wrong? Turning down her confession. That has to be what pushed her over the edge.
So selfish.
Her agonized scream still echoes in my ears. Why did I do that to her when she needed me the most? Why was I so selfish? This is my fault. My swarming thoughts keep telling me everything I could have done to prevent this. If I had just spent more time with her, walked her to school, and gave her what I know she wanted out of our relationship, then I could have prevented this. I know I could have prevented this. Screw the literature club! Screw the festival! I just lost my best friend. Someone I grew up with. She's gone forever now. Nothing I can do will bring her back. This isn't some game where I can just reset and try something different.
Nothing like
I had only one chance and I wasn't careful enough. And now I carry this guilt with me until I die. Nothing in my life is worth more than hers. But I still couldn't do what she needed from me. And now, I can never take it back. Never. Never, 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 never.
End.
Hmm.
That's the end?
Well, suspiciously, this is a video game where we can load the game. This is just Undertale. It's Undertale, guys.
This is Undertale?
It's Undertale. You know what? You're not fooling anyone. This is just Undertale, and you know it. Anyway, it's Undertale.
So you want to load the game
Are you
and try
guys
again?
ready for an Undertale?
An
Because that's what we're
Undertale?
doing right now.
Undertale.
Is Undertale. This is literally Undertale. Anyway, just in case it's
Wow.
not clear to you, this is Undertale.
Uh-huh.
Sayori Chur
Oh,
is a save file is corrupt, starting a new game. Okay, let's do it.
Whoa.
That's you, Caleb.
Schnoogans.
Oh, which one? No, you listen.
I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's gonna chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle front of the crosswalk and let catch up to me.
What is this? Is this supposed to happen? Oh.
It's an ordinary school day like any other. Mornings are usually the worst, being surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together.
Couples and friend groups.
Meanwhile, I've always walked to school alone. I always tell myself it's about time to meet some girls or something like that. But I'd have no motivation to join any clubs. I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. There's always the anime club, but it's not like there would be any girls in it anyway.
You're so obsessed with girls.
Hey, what about the literature club? You think there's girls in that?
I don't know. The school day is
What
as
about
ordinary
the
as
Teen Girl
ever.
Squad? Do you think there's girls in that?
No, there's no way there's girls in there.
And it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. There really aren't any that interest me. Besides, most of them would probably be too demanding for me to want to deal with. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. That's you, Jordan.
Doug Vinny? Who is this? Aw.
Monica?
Oh. Oh my goodness, I totally didn't expect to see you here. It's been a while, right?
Ah, yeah, it has. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league.
Yeah, that's true.
So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... What did you come in here for anyway?
Doug Vinny.
Huh?
Why are you dissing Doug Vinny,
Yes,
Jordan?
Doug Vinny.
Because he's a dumbass.
He really is.
Doug Vinny likes nachos.
Real quick,
Yeah.
did you notice anything that Monica said when we were talking about Sayori earlier?
I noticed all the things that she said.
Yeah?
I forget what she said now.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind.
Something sounded a little shady though. I don't remember what it was. Oh, I've just been looking for some supplies to use for my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers?
I guess you could check in the closet.
The debate club.
Oh. Somebody else be Doug Vinny for a second.
That's you, Caleb.
You're in the debate club, right?
About that. I actually quit the debate club.
Really? You quit? Sorry, I'm being Aaron
Yeah.
Hansen.
To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it.
In that case, what club did you decide to join?
Actually, I'm starting a new one. A literature club!
Literature? Sounds kind of dull?
Are you kidding me? Literature.
How many members do you have so far?
It's kind of embarrassing, but there are only 3 of us so far. It's really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring.
Well, I can see that.
But it's really not boring at all, you know? Literature can be anything. Reading, writing, poetry. I mean, one of my members even keeps her manga collection in the club room.
Wait, really?
Yeah, it's funny, right? Manga. She always insists that manga is literature too.
She's
Manga.
wrong.
I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. And besides, a member's a member, right?
Even if she's stupid. Did Monica say she?
Girls.
Hmm.
Well, hey, Doug Vinny. By any chance, are you still looking for a club to join?
Ah, I mean, I guess so, but
In that case, is there any chance you could do me a big favor? I won't ask you to join, but if you could at the very least visit my club, it would make me really happy. Please?
well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. Besides, how could I ever refuse someone like Monica?
Yes.
Sure, I guess I could check it out.
Ah, awesome! You're really sweet, Doug Vinny, you know
There's
that?
some cat-shaped cupcakes in there.
It's nothing, really.
Shall we go then? I'll look for the materials another time. You're more important.
And thus today marks the day I sold my soul to Monica and her irresistible smile. She said you should really take a little more responsibility for her. You kind of left her hanging this morning, didn't you?
Oh my god! Yeah, I totally forgot about that.
I timidly follow Monica across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Monica, full of energy, Swings open the classroom door. Oh, also, she said, don't strain yourself.
She's a murderer. I'm back! And I brought a guest with me. Girl. A guest?
Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere.
Don't be mean, Natsuki. But anyway, welcome to the club, Destiny.
All words escape me in this situation.
So many girls.
This club is full of incredibly cute girls. Full to the brim. Just tons of cute girls.
Overloaded.
I'll probably end up sucking on the finger of one of these girls pretty soon.
So let me guess. You're Monica's boyfriend, right?
Since we probably won't play this again, just want to let you know that have we followed Yuri's story, you end up sucking on her finger
Oh,
too.
great! Really? You just always suck on someone's finger.
A different scenario altogether.
Different
You know, there are lots of baking scenarios.
No, it wasn't a baking scenario.
Oh, was it a reading scenario?
No, you're playing with the knife that she brought, and you cut your finger, and she just out of nowhere like sticks it in her mouth so to stop the bleeding, and then she gets all awkward and weird about it. So to break the tension, you stick her finger in your mouth.
So much finger sucking.
Okay,
Lord.
which one's girl 2? Is that Natsuki?
That's
Yeah.
Natsuki.
Okay.
I already said
Okay.
that, so I'm not saying.
What? No, I'm not.
Natsuki.
The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is the one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year.
Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual. And this is Yuri, the vice president. Ooh, the vice president.
It's nice. Oh, sorry.
Dude, I'm Yuri. It's
Taking all the
nice
lines.
to meet you.
Yuri, who
Hi.
appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet both of you.
So I ran into Doug Vinny in a classroom and he decided to come check out the club. Isn't that great?
Wait, Monica! Didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought any news? I was going to, but you know.
Sorry. I didn't forget that, but I just happened to run into him.
She was gonna make cupcakes, I'm pretty sure.
In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? I love tea.
Dang it!
Tea, though. Yeah, that would be great. Why don't you come sit down, Doug Vinny?
The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monica and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monica.
So I know you didn't really plan on coming here, but we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone.
Oh, yeah, hold on.
What?
How do I get to those
What?
files, Caleb?
Files.
They're down there.
God.
Yes, they're down there.
Is this it?
Folder, yep.
Okay. Just wanted to bring this up real quick.
No one can see it.
Oh, I know.
BT dub.
So some files were added. Yeah, no, this is just for you guys.
This is creeping me out.
Holy crap. I thought that would make the words bigger.
No, that's not how.
That's not how computers work. Okay. Alright, so here we go. So characters.
Yeah, look at
There's
this.
just 3 of them now. Sarah was there, but she's gone.
Aw.
And remember, it said an exception occurred. See traceback .txt for details. I'm sorry, but an icon exception occurred. A bunch of gibberish. Oh geez, Jordan, this is no. Oh geez, I didn't break anything, did I? Hold on a sec, I can probably fix this. I think. Actually, you know what? This would probably be a lot easier if I just deleted her. She's the one who's making this difficult. Ah, well, here goes nothing.
Okay.
And happy thoughts. That was added in there too.
Oh,
What the
so happy.
hell?
It's alright.
I know.
There's a moose.
Uh-huh.
Alright, so that's it so far.
This is so Undertale. I'm so desensitized to this sort of thing.
It's really not anything like Undertale.
It's the same exact kind of meta that Undertale plays with.
Alright. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club.
You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. Keep hating on literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki?
Okay, yeah, can you just...
Right, Natsuki?
Oh.
I can't see what my lines are.
Well.
Just well.
Well!
Hey, is there more?
I guess.
I don't know. Did you get enough, Jeremy?
Yeah, that's fine.
Give me some of
Get
that.
your own dang coffee.
Your name, your line is
Coffee break.
just a coffee break. Dude, you just drove coffee out of the cart.
Yes!
Natsuki
I
reluctantly
don't really know what I'm
agrees.
agreeing to.
Reluctantly.
Such different girls, all different in the same goal. Monica must...
Nice. Well said, Jeremy.
What?
That was
He
beautiful.
says
You
such
said-
different girls, all different in the same goal.
Did I say that?
You
Yeah.
did. You did.
I thought I said interested in the same goal.
Nope. We have video evidence of this.
I'm pretty sure I did.
You
I
did.
just
We
said
can-
it all
we can watch it
blurred
later.
together. Okay.
You know.
Monica must have
Hate to
worked.
break it to you, buddy.
Monica must have worked really hard just to work these two.
Yeah, is that so?
Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot in the middle. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom?
Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission.
No, it's just like K-On!
After all, doesn't a
Let's
hot
make all
cup
the
of
same
tea
jokes as last time.
help you enjoy a good book, Doug Vinny?
I guess.
Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you.
Are you sure this isn't the Light Music Club?
That's not.
That's exactly the same jokes. It's just like nothing ever happened. Insulted, Yuri looks
I'm
away.
insulted. I meant that, you know.
Oh, I believe you.
Really what?
Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. What?
I'm glad.
So you agree with me that reading manga is not in fact reading?
Yuri
faintly
faintly
smiles
smiles
to
to
myself
herself in relief.
So, Doug Vinny, what kinds of things do you like to read?
Well, considering how little I've read in the past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. Mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet.
Not much of a reader, I guess.
Well, do you want to say something, Natsuki? Well, that could change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri?
Well, let's see.
Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger.
My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive.
Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading.
It's so boring.
She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up when she finds her that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people.
But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? I feel like I've said this before. Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately.
I read a horror book once. I desperately request something I can relate to at the minimal level.
That was a good job.
At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock.
I'd expect that from you, Yuri. It suits your personality. Oh, is that so? Really, if the story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Caleb?
Ugh! I hate horror!
Oh, why is that?
Well, I just...
Natsuki's eyes dart over me for a split second.
Never mind!
That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you,
My
Natsuki?
brain! I mean, what? What?
left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called...
Don't say that out loud! You're manipulating the situation. You're manipulating us all emotionally, and I think you're the mastermind behind all of this. And give that back!
Fine, fine.
Natsuki, you write your own poems?
Dude!
Well, I guess sometimes. I mean, I'm okay.
Get your head out of your manga, Natsuki.
Why do you care?
I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometimes?
No!
Natsuki averts her eyes.
You wouldn't like them.
Not very confident writing yet.
I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing them even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel more comfortable enough to share. Dot dot dot.
I guess it's the same for Yuri. We all sit in silence for a moment.
Hey, I just got an idea! How about this? Dot dot dot? Question mark?
Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica.
Let's all go home and write a poem of our own! The next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way everyone is even. Even Stevens. Dot dot dot. Ah!
What a series of reactions we just had.
I thought it was a good idea. Well, I think you're right, Monica. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in together. Since we're a club and all, I did decide to take on the responsibility of vice president after all. I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members. Besides, now that we have a new member, it seems like a good step for us to take. Do you agree as well, Doug Benny?
Hold on, there's still one problem.
Yeah, what's that?
Now that we've reached the most important topic, I've bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Monica may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and lose my train of thought. All three girls stare back at me with these dejected eyes.
But I'm sorry, I thought.
Eh?
Oh.
What? Yeah, you see
Thanks
it?
for the heads up, guys.
You see it?
Yeah, I was told to look in the background, and I did, and I saw it. It was in there. It's
You
in
were
there.
told by whom?
What's in
By
there?
the chat.
Oh, yeah,
We
yeah.
have an active chat
Oh,
happening.
I forgot people
Hey,
are actually
Yeah,
watching this.
Jordan, go
Thanks for
just
that.
go look
Thanks
in the
for the heads up,
background.
guys.
Just go look in the background.
Why? What?
Please understand that we are.
Oh, sorry, I'm not looking at chat
Oh my
because
God. Okay. Oh, guys.
So keep in mind that we're like a mile away from this TV that we're
Yeah.
playing this on. So
it is really
it's
hard
not
to see.
Super easy to see this. Stuff.
My eyesight's really bad, so reading is hard. And I actually forgot it was there, so sorry, guys.
I'm disturbed. I guess I need to tell you the truth, Doug Vinny. The thing is, we don't have enough members yet to form an official club. I wonder why that is.
Oh, I know this.
We need 4. And I've been trying really, really hard to find new members. And if we don't find one more before the festival...
I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I would feel terrible letting everyone down in this situation. And besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. So if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up.
Oh my goodness, really? Do you really mean that, Doug Vinny?
It could be fun, right?
You really did scare me for a moment.
If you really just left after all this, I'd be super pissed. Like, as if I'm not always pissed, like 24/7.
Doug Vinny, I'm so happy. We can become an official club now. Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing.
I'll do everything I can to give you a great time, okay?
Ah, thanks, I guess.
Okay, everyone! I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Doug Vinny! you didn't read what you're supposed to.
Did I? Was there something I was supposed to read?
Monica looks
Oh,
over
I
at me.
just looked at you. We were acting it out.
Doug Vinny! I look forward to seeing how you express yourself.
Yeah.
Someone had to take over that catchphrase.
Right.
Apparently it was me.
Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre...
The class star.
The class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set. I guess I'll be on my way then.
Okay. I'll see you tomorrow then. I can't wait.
With that, I depart the club room and make my way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between three girls. Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. While I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club, perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls.
Or all of them at the same time.
Alright! I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances and I'm sure the good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. We actually get to play the game, guys!
Wow.
Hey, we've unlocked a special poem. You want to read it?
What is a
Yeah.
special poem?
You want to read a
Let's
special
read
poem?
the special poem. Oh.
Wow.
Nothing
Is
is real.
Question
Is any of
mark?
this for real or not?
I've
Pretty
been
good.
having these weird thoughts lately. Like, is any of this for real? Or not? Okay.
Okay.
Let's
So,
fester.
So, do you... we did mostly Yuri words last time,
They're
so...
the most fun. Okay, anyway. Playground.
I guess we can do Natsuki words this time.
Doki Doki.
What about Sayori words?
Oh.
Well, which
too
ones
soon.
are hers? I don't remember what applies to her.
I don't remember... Oh, sadness and happiness.
Yes.
The two emotions, remember?
Okay.
Yeah.
Playground.
Playground. Okay, here's the thing. Who wants to read more text?
What?
Because whoever we choose has to read more, probably.
Oh, that's true. Wait, is that true?
I don't
Oh,
know.
guess maybe.
No, I think actually, I don't know that it makes a difference, honestly.
I don't know. Let's do.
Did we have a moment with Yuri? We did. We had the chocolate eating moment.
Yeah, that was
We did.
really
So
good
yeah,
at the
well,
moment.
we should do Natsuki then.
Mhm.
But we had the fingers
yes.
in the mouth.
Yeah,
with
but I
Natsuki.
really like his
Yeah.
dynamic here with Natsuki and her manga.
So Natsuki, are you cool reading some more text, Caleb? Bunny.
It's fine. I'm just trying to keep
Flower.
track of the chat
Flower.
as well. Hey
Wait, wait.
guys. Hey,
Smile.
Nathan Seville.
Smile.
Welcome.
Puppy.
Uh,
Literally.
Aw, but
Oh.
we're doing so well.
lollipop.
Hold on. Music. Valentine.
That's probably Yuri, actually. I would think.
Valentine.
You think? I don't know. Oh no. Okay.
Clouds. Or fun. Fun.
Oh yeah, clouds might be Yuri.
Fun.
Oh, there it is. Fern. Now it.
Kitty.
Agonizing.
Kawaii.
Yeah, definitely.
Papa.
Anime.
Anime.
He's a Japanese club.
Boop.
Bubbles.
Starscape or landscape, guys?
Bubbles. How about bubbles?
Okay.
Spinning,
Skirt.
spin.
Spinning.
Skirt. No. Okay, that's fine.
Rainbow.
Sweet
Joy.
giggles. Any of those.
He-Man. Aw, joy. Damn it. We just screwed it all
Oh,
up.
fuck.
Poof, though.
Poof, definitely.
Not Aura.
Awa. Massicle.
Mascool.
Awesome.
Sparkle.
Awesome.
Marshmallow.
Dale, Fluffity.
Email.
Email.
Fluffy. Cute. Fluffy. Silly. No. Oh,
Yeah,
no.
maybe silly.
Silly.
Tragedy.
Candy.
Candy.
Fireflies.
Oh, you know,
Woo!
Candy could have been Yuri because of her affinity for having chocolate shoved into her mouth.
That's true.
Shove.
Hi, good duck, Benny.
Right in there.
Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Haha.
Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club.
Ugh.
I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out.
Thanks for keeping your promise, Doug Benny. What just happened?
Her face was all glitchy.
I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it, you dumbass. Oh my god!
Oh, come on! Like, he deserves any slack!
This is all the same, Jordan. It's all exactly the same.
Exactly the same. Is there an Easter egg in this one too?
An Easter egg? What do you mean? Oh no, it's
An
it's just a normal poster now.
Head.
Monica.
Monica.
I don't know what. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take this seriously, I mean not seriously, then you won't see the end of it.
Oh, okay.
I think that's Monica talking.
Natsuki, certainly you have a big mouth for someone who keeps manga collection in the club room.
I think it's Natsuki talking now. Natsuki finds
Alright,
herself
thanks
stuck
for
between
that,
saying
Monica.
Monica and manga.
Manga is literature!
Swiftly defeated,
Swiftly
Natsuki pops
defeated.
back into her seat.
I'm sorry, Doug Benny. We'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay?
Yuri shoots Natsuki
I shoot
with a
you.
disappointed glance.
Oh.
The
Anyway.
classroom is kind of off angle here.
Yeah.
I'm just,
Yeah, you noticed the...
Yeah.
The poster's gone.
Is there a virus? Now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have interest in picking up a book to read?
No. I want to read manga. Well, can't really say no either way.
Have no
Either
choice.
way, how many ways are there?
Just all the ways.
Like you said, I'm in this club now, so it only feels right for me to do something like that if you ask.
Well, wait, I didn't mean it like that. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess.
Oh, it's not that, Yuri. I just want to try to be a part of this club. So even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to.
I want you to. Are you sure? I just felt like, well, as vice president and all, that I should help you get started on something you might like.
Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book.
I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know,
What?
discuss it if you wanted.
This is?
This is overwhelming.
How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I like despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book.
Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. As slow as that might be, I look forward to hearing what you think.
Now that
Oh,
everybody...
I wonder if the room would have flipped all the way over if we sat there long enough.
If you had just taken too long.
Yeah.
Now that everyone's settled in, I expect the Monica to kick off some scheduled activities. I may not... Maybe I shouldn't be the narrator. Just
You're doing
I have
great.
trouble talking
You are Doug
sometimes.
Vinny.
You
I
are
mean,
Doug
there's
Vinny.
no way around this.
But that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in a book.
Buried.
I can't help but notice her intense
Buried.
expression like she was waiting for this chance.
Just waiting all my life.
Intensely reading that book. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around the closet. I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. You looking for something in there?
Oh my.
Fucking Monica! She never puts my stuff back in the right spot!
Language, man.
What's the point of keeping your collection organized if somebody else is just gonna mess it up?
Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga.
You read manga, right? Have you ever heard of Spirit Circle? It's really good.
Sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can't admit you're really into it until you figure out where the other person stands.
True.
You should be ashamed if you like manga. How did you know anyway?
I heard you talking about Spirit Circle one time. It's kind of written on your face.
What's that supposed to mean?
You have a tattoo that says, I love Spirit Circle.
I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst the stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curiously, I pull it out of the stack.
There it is, my chapter 1 of Spirit Circle.
Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. She then turns the box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest. I'm just putting words in there.
That's
Ah,
alright.
much better. Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world.
I know that feel.
Bro.
No,
Bro.
No feel, bro.
I know that feel, bro. I get a closer look at the box set she's admiring. Parfait Girls?
Oh, that's not Spirit Circle.
It's a series I've never heard of in my life. That probably means it's either way out of my demographic or it's simply terrible.
If you're gonna judge, you can do it through the glass on that door.
She points at the classroom door.
Aw, snap.
Hey, I wasn't judging her or anything. I didn't even say anything.
It was a tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, Doug Vinny. Consider that don't judge the book.
In fact, oh, no, sorry, that's you. So, Natsuki pulls the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box.
I'm gonna show you exactly why.
She shoves the book right into my hands. Ah, I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire striking animated feminine poses.
Sounds.
It's exceedingly
Moe.
Moe?
No way.
What does that mean?
Moe. Oh
It's,
boy.
Oh, dude,
it's Moe. Okay,
it's
trust
just
me.
Moe. Okay, all right, cool.
We'll tell you about it
Got
when
it.
you're older.
Cool. Don't just stand there. Oh, that was you. Don't just stand there. Sorry.
Now, I'm gonna do yours. Ooh,
Natsuki grabs my
That's
arm and
beautiful.
pulls me out of the closet.
What are you doing here?
She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there.
And now you're
Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat.
Chairs wouldn't work. Chairs don't work. I'm against chairs.
Fuck chairs!
For sitting in? Are you
Same
serious?
time like that with chairs. It's just completely impractical.
Why is that? I guess it's easier to be close together
Oh
like
god,
this.
what really? Come on.
Don't just say that.
Doug Vinny's just a horn dog,
Yes,
okay?
he is. Good
You're
god.
supposed to knowingly
Doug
like
Vinny.
accept that that's what's happening. You're not supposed to say it. You'll make me feel weird about it.
Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing.
I mean, she's pretty cute.
I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice.
I noticed everything.
I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am.
Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning?
Hmm? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then?
Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey! Are you paying attention to this conversation? Wait, to which part?
I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. It looks like a bunch of friends in high school girls.
Girl, your friend girl.
Typical slice of life affair. Kinda grew out of these since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. Are you sure this isn't boring for you?
It's not.
Even though you're just watching me read?
Well, I'm fine with that.
If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? You don't?
I didn't say anything. That's not
What do you?
never talked to anyone before in my life.
What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your
Monger
with your friends? I'm British now.
Don't you share your
Monger
with your friends?
With your friends.
Could you not rub it in? Yeah, jeez. Doug Vinnerson?
Sorry.
Douglas Bitterson.
Lord Doug Vinnerson? Like I could ever get my friends to read this, Doug Vinnerson. They just think manga is for kids. Why can't you bring it up without them being
Are you Ron Weasley
This
now?
is for kids.
being all like, manga, that's for kids. Hey, you still haven't got out of that yet? It makes me want to punch you in the face.
Erg. I know that feel, bro. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who won't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated toward the other losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you.
You opened your mouth to go,
Yeah, that's pretty accurate, because I'm not a loser.
Wait, which part?
What?
Man, I feel like I can't even keep my in my own room. My dad would beat the shit out of me. I mean, at least it's safe here in the club room. At least I'm safe here in the club room, right?
Yeah.
God isn't true, except Monica's kind of a jerk about it.
Remember the whole, when my dad cooks dinner, I have to eat as much as I can?
Yep,
Yes.
beats me. That's my thing. That's my catchphrase.
Because he doesn't usually make food.
I just can't win, can I?
Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am reading it.
What's all that solves any of my problems?
Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right?
What?
So,
There's too many ha 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 ha's.
That's perfect.
that's a nerve! You gonna keep reading or what?
Yeah. I flipped the page. Da 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 da.
It's all
Da 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 da
nuts.
da. Time passes.
No.
Indeed.
As
Natsuki
it often
is
does.
strangely quiet now. I glance over at her. It looks like she started to fall asleep. Hey, Natsuki.
Yeah?
Suddenly, Natsuki collapses straight into me. Hey!
Oh, goodness. Doesn't seem right. Oh, jeez. Natsuki, are you okay? Here.
Monica reaches into her bag and pulls out some kind of protein bar. She throws it in
throws it
Natsuki's
at
direction. Natsuki's eyes suddenly light up again.
That was quick. Did she even eat it? Okay.
She snatches the bar from the floor and immediately tears off the wrapper.
I told you not to give me oomph.
She doesn't even finish her sentence before stuffing it into her mouth.
Don't worry, Doug Vinny. She's fine. It just happens every now and then.
She
That's
turns
why I
into a
always keep a
demon.
snack in my bag for her. Anyway, why don't we all share poems now? Oh shit, I forgot.
Who should I show a poem to first?
You should definitely do Yuri.
Yuri.
'Cause I'll be right back.
Okay, Yuri seems the most experienced, so I should start with her.
I am.
I can trust her opinion to be fair and balanced. Fox News. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading.
So awful. What do I say?
Oh,
So sorry. I forgot to start speaking. Sometimes I do that.
It's fine, don't force yourself.
I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. I'm okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right?
Yeah. Why do you ask?
Oh, because it's so god awful. I'm just making sure. guess that it might be after reading through it. Man, I'm brutal.
It's that
I
bad.
thought it said, oh, so it's not that bad.
Oh no.
No,
oh, so
it
it's
didn't.
that bad.
No! Did I just raise my voice? Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yuri buries
I'm
her
so
face in
embarrassed, like
her
always.
hands.
Oh my god.
I couldn't help but notice
oh my god.
that it's been
I'm
several
sorry.
minutes. Whoops.
What is
And we really haven't
happening?
gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's
I don't
fine.
know
I
how
really
to
didn't notice.
Deal with this.
What?
I don't know how to deal with people.
What were you saying?
I don't know how to deal with people. Right. It's just that there are specific branding habits that are usually typical of new writers, and having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened.
Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert.
Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though.
Biased? How?
Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry.
It's fine.
No, I'm really sorry. I'm sorry for everything.
I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing
Sorry
to
to
herself,
everyone
to
for
me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now?
Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it.
Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, this is supposed to be isn't this supposed to be a literature club?
Ghosts under the light. The
read
tendrils
this
of
one.
my hair illuminate beneath that amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calm, breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back.
Where's the mouse? Where's the mouse? I don't see it. Okay.
It's over
Arrows.
there.
Dot dot dot. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting.
What?
It's dreadful.
I wasn't thinking that at all.
But it took you a long time to read.
Ah.
I don't know how to
That's because
read.
I'm an idiot. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty.
That's a relief.
Pretty difficult to read.
Also, I like the poem. Even though it was hard to read, it was really descriptive.
It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems.
Not at all.
I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose.
Are you into ghosts, Yuri?
Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Doug Benny.
Really? I must have totally missed the point.
Typical.
Again.
Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all.
It took me a long time to read, but I just
You
glanced
only
over
glanced
it.
over it. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing.
That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive.
It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things, too.
Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying.
I'm counting on you.
Alright.
Oh.
Okay, hey, I just want to say to KDP, by the way, I have no idea what you're talking about. There is no ego raptor, right? What is an ego raptor? I don't know what an ego raptor is.
What?
You're claiming that there's an ego raptor reference? We've never heard of ego raptor.
No.
What is it? What is an ego raptor?
What are you? What was
That
the
doesn't
comment?
even sound real.
What's the comment?
He said, "I appreciate the ego raptor reference in your name." We
Oh
have,
yeah.
Oh.
We know.
we have no
It's got
affiliation
nothing
Well-
to do with someone named Ego Raptor.
This raptor. This
I really-
raptor that you speak
I really
of,
wish we could share
Jurassic Park.
our Twitch password with our viewers.
Well, what's your Twitch fest?
Well, I'm not gonna say it
I
right
know.
now.
we can't,
Tell me
we can't
later.
announce it, but it's a good one.
It's
Oh,
a
I
good
believe
one.
it.
And it has nothing to do with. It is in no way affiliated with Aaron Hansen.
Who's Aaron Hansen?
I don't know. That name just came from nowhere. It's
Yeah.
just out of nowhere.
Oh,
Anyway.
we just like to just jump and shoot in this and slide round.
Sometimes. Or weapon get.
Weapon.
Weapon
Oh
get.
yeah, we
Weapon
changed.
get
Jordan
sis.
is now weapon get sis instead of
Yeah.
slide sis. So. All right, Natsuki or Monica?
Doesn't matter.
Caleb's chilling in chat. So how about
Yeah.
Chilling
Monica?
in chat.
Just
Okay.
do Monica. I'll be fast.
Hi, Doug Vinny. Having a good time so far?
Yeah.
Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening.
Hey, who made that comment again? What's his name?
KDP.
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 We're putting together a petition to get Aaron Hansen to make more episodes of Sequelitis. So please sign our petition.
We didn't.
Thank
we
you.
didn't make it. It's not. It doesn't exist. We didn't make it.
Yeah, we didn't make it. I mean, you
We
can
just
start a
simply-
petition and
simply
mail it
said-
to us, though.
Yeah. KDP.
Okay.
Could you do us a favor and start a petition?
So what we meant to say was we would like for you to start a petition and we'll sign it.
Yeah.
And and basically the people that are on board so far are me and Caleb. But
Right.
all right, Jordan, you can go.
Oh, he needs to
ahead.
make a Patreon. That was the point.
Oh, and yeah, needs to make Patreon so he can justify making more episodes of Sequelitis.
Yeah.
All right.
Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay?
All right, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in.
Anyway, want to share your poem with me?
It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to.
Don't worry, Doug Vinny. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon.
Yeah, that's true. I have Monica my poem.
I like it, Doug Vinny.
Really?
It's a lot cuter than I expected.
Oh, geez.
No. It kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would write. And she's a good writer, too.
When we do these cute poems, we definitely should mix in, like, suicide or something, just so...
Yeah.
But we can't.
So we'll take that as a
use-
compliment.
Ah ha ha. If you say so.
Yep. I say so. If you're interested in Natsuki, then always keep a snack on you. She'll cling to you like a puppy. Natsuki's dad doesn't give her lunch money or leave her any food in the house, so she's in a fuzzy mood pretty often. Her dad starves her, but sometimes she just loses all of her strength and shuts down. And then her eyes go crazy, and her mouth goes
Her eyes...
like
just-
earlier.
someone
like
Microsoft paints over her eyes and mouth.
This is just a guess, but I think she's so small because her malnutrition is interfering with her adolescent growth. Oh, this is so sad. But hey, some guys are into petite girls too, you know, and that's
What a
really all
dick.
that matters, you know? Sorry, just trying to look at the bright side. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now?
Not really.
Don't worry, I'm not very good.
You sound pretty confident or something. He's just like
Doug
he's
Vinny,
totally.
You are dumb as a stone. You are thick.
Like he doesn't know. He doesn't. Like he's completely oblivious to all this crap that's going on
Yeah.
around him.
It's almost like Doug Vinny is just a jacket draped over a seat.
Doug Vinny's
Yeah.
not really there.
Well, we've never seen him. What is he?
He's a speaker box who just spouts the same lines over and over.
Who is Doug
It's
Vinny?
almost like he's just a story that somebody
Hmm.
tells so that they can save a seat at a
Right.
movie theater.
Right. Oh no, you can't sit here. This is Doug
my
Vinny's
God.
seat.
This name is so fitting for him. Wow. It's like,
This-
yeah, wow.
so you
Man,
guys
my
had-
mind is blown. I think I figured this whole thing
that
out.
is actually the That's actually what it is. He's just a jacket
Is this why
draped
you
over a
chose
seat
the
in a movie
name Doug
theater.
Vinny? Because you're the one who chose the name Doug Vinny.
No, actually, I just thought that was a cool guy sounding name. Actually,
This was fate.
I mean, it is pretty cool.
Well,
That's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know?
I see. Well, let's read it then.
Hole in wall. But he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glance at my surroundings, but my burned eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in this room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? Are they jackets draped over chairs? The sound of frantic scrawling playing tricks on my ears? The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen. Is that the end?
That is a different poem.
That is a different poem than what I wrote last time. So what do you think?
It's very freeform,
Not
if that's
as
what you
freeform
call
as
it.
The last one I wrote.
Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask
This
for
is very
feedback.
poem.
This is very
It's very
poem of you.
Haha, it's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful.
What was the inspiration behind this one?
Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit.
An epiphany?
Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly.
What is epiphany from?
The Office.
The Office, okay.
I had an
Of
epiphany.
course.
Oh wow, I feel really
Dude,
bad
I
for
can't
not
believe you
knowing
had to
that now.
ask
Dude, did you
about
just
all
have
that.
an epiphany whenever
I
she
feel
said
like
I've Jordan, you win.
I can't
Office
believe-
trivia forever.
Wow.
Oh
that's
yeah, Office trivia.
pretty
I forgot
shocking,
that was a
actually.
thing
Yeah.
we did.
I just murdered you in
Pretty
Office trivia, and then
disappointed
you're
in
just
you.
making references I don't get. All right.
Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening.
Codename L, you have been noticed.
What?
Anyway.
What did
someone-
codename L say?
Codename L wants to be noticed. He's noticed.
Hello.
He
Oh.
or she. Or maybe you don't
Shout
fall
out.
into any specific gender binary. I don't know. I can't make a judgment. I don't have much to go off of here.
Ryuzaki?
But-
Good. Ryuzaki.
Anyway,
Is it Ryuzaki?
is it Natsuki's turn? I think it is.
It
Yeah.
is.
Dot dot dot.
Dot dot dot?
Dot dot dot.
It's a lot of time.
Okay, well, let's start with things I don't like. Let's. First of all, nothing. I fucking love this poem. This is like it was written for me.
Except that one word that seems like it's geared toward Yuri.
It's like almost perfect. But never mind. I don't feel like giving you my opinion. I love you.
Then what's the point in sharing in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when writing this. I want to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours. Like Monica said.
Well, I would be more comfortable sharing a poem if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, huh? Well, it's not that great, but let me show you what a real literature looks.
Let me show you a real literature.
And you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy that you wrote a good poem. I
Wow.
like it.
So in other words, you're saying you liked it.
Irk.
Natsuki's retort gets caught in her throat.
You're so. You don't understand anything, do you? It's like you're a jack. You're a jerk. I really told you. You don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important.
Pretty sure you never actually said that. I say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something, clearly. I can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that she likes my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right?
Girl, fine, I guess. Oh, look, it's Monica will hate me if I don't.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
good.
the same poem. Monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can see, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. I'm so good. Yeah! Yeah, I told you you were gonna like it.
I like it. It's alright.
What?
Yeah, it's okay.
Just be honest!
I am. Why are you so convinced I wouldn't like it?
Well...
We could just go back and copy paste from the previous video for this scene.
For reals.
Because everyone in high school thinks thinks that writing has real sophisticated people who even like my writing, take it very seriously.
And isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yes, exactly. You're like a genius. I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Saying I wrote things were really disheartening. So I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand.
The interesting about some more writing is it puts more weight on the wordplay. Because I prefer writing the image that I made it fall flat on purpose. Those bring out the feeling like
So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro! I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you?
Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with the last comment.
Yeah.
I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, I won't take that away from her. Phew. Guess that's everyone. I glance around the room.
Just gotta make sure.
That was a little more stressful than I'd anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even though...
Ooh.
Even though the...
Codename
No.
L. This is my favorite song right now. This one right now. This is my favorite one so far.
It kind of fell apart there for a second.
What did you... What was the question?
Oh, Codename L asks what the favorite song in the soundtrack is. I would say this one right here.
I personally like the one, the Sayori hanging one.
Yeah.
The
that was
weird,
pretty.
creepy music box
That's a
one.
good one.
Pretty
But
nice.
I'm really partial to these Wind Waker sounding ones. I really like the ones that sound like Wind Waker.
Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monica is writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing
Gingerly.
their... You said that last
Very
time, too.
gingerly. I know, it's just it got me this time too.
Sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change.
Mine in disgust.
Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly.
Oh, you're so hopeless.
What's with the rain?
I mean, why?
Eh.
Okay.
You're saying... apparently you're saying it in your head, but Yuri hears it. I don't
Yeah,
know. What, I don't know what the parentheses were about.
What's this garbage? Did you say something?
Only in my brain. How did you know? Oh, it's nothing.
Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand.
I guess you could say it's fancy.
Thanks.
What's a compliment?
Yours is cute.
Cute? You completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about feeling of giving up. How can that be cute?
I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice.
Nice, alright? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all.
I just said it was cute. Well, I do have a couple suggestions.
Humph! If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked for someone who would actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Monica liked it, and Doug Vinny did too. So based on that, I'm glad to give you some suggestions of my own. First of all,
Excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, so unless I come across something particularly, inspiring. Which I haven't yet.
Uninspiring.
Uninspiring. And Doug Vinny liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it.
Oh, Natsuki suddenly stands up. Sorry.
oh! I didn't realize you were so invested in that problem, Yuri.
That's not what I... You're just... This is my favorite
I like
song,
this
you guys.
track.
This
Yeah.
is good. You're just... I stand up, we're gonna start fighting. Maybe you're just jealous that Doug Vinny appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours.
I didn't appreciate that more. I didn't actually give him any advice, to be honest. I like his poem. Are you that full of yourself?
No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy.
Well, you know what? I was the one who boobs magically criticized
Favorite line.
Doug Vinny started showing up.
Natsuki! Natsuki, that's a little...
I mean, hold on. 3,
Come
2,
on, man.
1.
Yeah, that didn't blow out the
Dude.
speakers.
No, it didn't. It was fine.
Taking out your insecurities and letting others like that. You really act as young as you look, Natsuki. You don't even have boobs. Oh boy. Oh god. Oh man. Edgy? Bitch! Sorry that my lifestyle is too much for someone with your mental age to comprehend.
Oh, dang.
You little chill woman child.
Just saying that proved my point.
Something's going real wrong here.
Most people get over those things in middle school, you know.
If you want
Dude,
to, if you want to
Natsuki's
prove
gonna pull out a gun
stop
and shoot
harassing
your-
others with your sickening attitude. You think you can counterbalance your talk personality just by acting and dressing cute? The only cute thing about you is how hard you try.
Well, Miss Henry, you might cut yourself on the edge here.
Is that a threat?
Oh, my bad. You already do.
What?
What?
Are you gonna cut yourself later, Yuri?
You already do, don't you?
Did you just accuse me of cutting myself?
No, I was
What the
talking
fuck
about
is wrong with your
how
head?
you were. Yeah, go on. Let Doug Vinny hear everything you really think. I'm sure
This
he'll hate
seems
it.
to be more intense than it was the last time
Yeah, a
around.
little bit, because Sayori's not there to break it up.
Yeah?
Suddenly,
Oh,
Yuri turns toward me
you're
as if she
still
just
here.
noticed I was standing here.
Doug Vinny! She's trying to make me look bad!
That's not true. She started it.
How are you
Did I
Oh,
so I gotta
God.
pick.
Natsuki.
By the way, I didn't
Yuri.
skip all that. That just happened.
Yeah, I know. Shall we...
Natsuki, continue with
Shall we go with Natsuki?
Yes.
Okay.
Didn't we side with... Oh, we sided with Yuri. Wait, who did
We
side
sided with Yuri last time.
Yeah,
Okay,
go with
let's side with
Natsuki.
Natsuki.
Oh god. Keep doing it.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Natsuki? Are you sure? Okay.
Yep. Definitely, positively, yes. Definitely Natsuki.
Yeah, let's do it.
We're all in
Yeah.
now. Oh god. Monica, what are you doing?
You got something
Hey,
on your nose there, Monica.
Monica.
She's scary looking now.
Can
dot,
you
dot.
help us, please?
Dot. Hey, Doug Vinny. Dot. Why don't we step outside for a little bit? Okay.
Seems kind of dangerous at this point.
Sorry about that. They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Some president
I am, right? I can't even confront my own club members properly. I just wish I was able to be a little more assertive sometimes. But I never have it in me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right? Anyway, if this makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's fine. You can spend more time with me. I'd be happy to spend time with you instead. Wouldn't that be great?
Suddenly, Natsuki runs out of the classroom.
Dodge! So sad.
Oh,
She
quickly moves
she
away.
quickly runs away.
Oh dear. Well, looks like they're done. You're too happy all the time. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it.
Yuri is rocking
Oh,
back
God.
and forth in her desk with her palms on her forehead. Yuri?
I didn't mean it.
I believe you? I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki. Or did.
Uh-oh. Doug Benny, please don't hate me. Please. I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today. I just don't know what it is. It's fine, Yuri. We know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget all about it by tomorrow.
What was it?
Completely. Oh my god. What's gonna happen to Natsuki? Dot dot dot. Anyway, the meeting's over, so you can go home now if you want. Dot dot dot.
Yuri looks at me like she wants to say something, but she keeps glancing at Monica.
Oh wait, I'm Monica. Yeah, you can go first, Monica. I'd like to stay a little bit longer. I'm the president, so I should be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done. Dot dot dot. Dot dot dot. Well, I'm vice president, so please let me take that responsibility today. It kind of sounds like you don't want me around for something, Yuri. It's not that. It's not that. Dot dot dot. I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with Doug Benny. It would just be embarrassing with you listening. Sigh. I guess I don't really have a choice, do I? I'm sorry for causing trouble, but I really appreciate you understand. Here we go. Oh, we're writing a poem now.
We're writing a poem now. Okay.
Strawberry. Pink.
Okay. What are we still going for Natsuki?
Why not? Do it.
Hold on, let me check the
Why
game
don't we
files
go
just
for
real
Yuri?
quick
Okay.
because
I fear for Natsuki's life now. I don't
Okay.
think she's gonna be alive anymore.
Oh, hey, can you hear me? That's new.
She's gonna wake up dead.
Alright.
There's a little devil inside all of us.
Alright, read it out loud because nobody can see it.
Beneath their manufactured perception, their artificial reality is a writhing, twisted mess of dread, loathing, judgment, elitism, self-doubt, all thrashing to escape the feeble hold of their host, seeping through every little crevice they can find, into their willpower, starving them of all motivation and desire, into their stomach, forcing them to drown their guilt in comfort food, or into a newly opened gash in their skin, hidden only by the sleeves of a cute new shirt. Such a deplorable, tangled mess is already present in every single one of them. That's why I choose not to blame myself for their actions. All I did was untie the knot. Oh, snap.
That's it. It's all the same, right? I don't think anything.
I don't remember.
Well, there's copyright.txt.
Yeah,
I'm sure that one's a real zinger.
That's probably a good one. Okay. Alright, so what are we doing? Natsuki.
Wait, let's stick with Natsuki.
Why
I mean, she
not?
probably won't be there tomorrow
Okay.
to read the poem, but
She's gonna
you know,
forget about everything by tomorrow,
Yeah.
apparently.
completely.
Completely. So pink,
Completely.
sparkle,
Lollipop. I think we did that
Lollipop.
one last time.
Holiday?
Sure. Vanilla.
Sticky.
Sticky.
Vanilla.
Yeah.
Okay. Effulgent.
Suicide.
What does effulgent mean? What is that word?
I
I don't know.
don't know.
Okay.
Swimsuit.
Swimsuit. That's probably her.
Wee.
Cute.
Milk.
Silly.
Puppy.
Yeah, puppy's definitely her. The
Oh.
graveyard.
This is getting a little summer.
Summer? Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Chocolate.
Bubbles.
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 Ooh. Awesome.
Oh, we already did that one.
We're just gonna write her the same. She wrote us the same poem last time. So.
That's true. That's true.
Kitty. Twirl. Marshmallow.
Fireworks.
Crap. For some reason, every time we do this, I want to go back to Homestar Runner.
Fireworks.
Fireworks.
Giggle.
Rainbow.
Rainbow.
Friends.
Bonnie. Sunny.
Sunny.
Parfait. 'Cause she
Parfait,
likes
obviously.
Parfait girl.
Oh, that's a fair point.
Sugar.
'Cause she loves sugar.
And
Food should be in there. We should talk about how much she loves food.
poof.
Poof.
We did, what was it? What was the other one? Boop?
Yeah.
Boop and poof.
Boop. And poof.
Another day passes. It's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple of days.
Wow.
Just a
Yesterday
comfortable,
was a really
just a
comfortable
real
day.
nice, comfortable
You know?
situation here. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me.
Welcome back, Digmini.
Hi Yuri. I'm not sure if it's me or Yuri's expression, but the weight of yesterday's quarrel still hangs in the air a little.
Hangs in the air. Really?
It's just, it's just that thing that happened yesterday.
Right, right.
Yuri glances over her shoulder, looking around the room. Natsuki is reading a manga at desk.
Is
And surprisingly, what?
She's in Spirit Circle.
Surprisingly, Monica isn't here yet. Suddenly, Yuri takes my arm and pulls me into the corner of the room.
Oh.
About
yesterday.
oh, God,
About
sorry.
yesterday, I really need to apologize. Nothing like that has ever happened before. And something just came over me, I guess. I wasn't acting mentally sound. Please don't think we're usually like this. Not just me, but Natsuki as well.
Yuri, I'm happy that you were considerate and apologized. You don't have to worry too much. Even though I've only been here a couple of days, I could tell something was off yesterday. Maybe we're just a little extra sensitive because it was our first time sharing poems.
That must be it.
But
Man.
whatever it was, it didn't make me think any less of you. I had already decided there was no way you could be a bad person.
Ow.
And now that you're apologizing, I know you really didn't mean it.
Doug Bitty, don't say those kinds of things so frankly. They make me a little too happy. I'm really glad that you're such an understanding person. And I'm really glad that you joined this club. Everything's a little bit brighter with you around, and, sorry, what am I saying right now? I have so many feelings.
Hey, have you guys seen Monica?
Ah! You scared me.
No, I haven't. I was also kind of wondering where she was.
Man, I mean, girl, you're. I'm guessing you haven't either.
Dot, dot, dot.
Yuri's clearly taken aback about how calmly Natsuki is addressing her in that evil, sarcastic voice.
Right? No, I haven't.
Jeez, this isn't like her at all. I know it's stupid, but I can't help but worry a little bit.
Dot, dot, dot.
What? Why are you looking at me like that?
I am looking at you. Natsuki, about yesterday, I just wanted to apologize. I promise I didn't mean any of the things I said, and I'll do my best to stay under control from now on. So,
What the heck are you talking about? Yesterday literally didn't happen.
yeah. Oh wow.
Did you do
Didn't
something
remember.
yesterday?
Eh?
Jeez! What if somebody named sure it was I don't even remember anything bad happening. Really can't. Little things, aren't you?
Dot dot dot. But. Oh my god! What the fuck is your mouth? Oh.
Just Meebles,
Oh.
Sailcloth, Blindsight, Lifeline,
and
Anah.
Pectility, faultlessly offered scleromylation aid. That makes sense.
I'll accept you. here since I was
Even though I
freezing.
really don't know what you're apologizing for. No, not at all.
That mouth was awesome.
Yeah, it was. I really enjoyed that. I don't hate you.
Ah, well, you're kind of weird, but I don't hate you either.
Dot dot dot. I'm weird.
Natsuki turns to me.
You're still on trial, though.
Hey.
Something.
Suddenly, the door swings open.
Sorry, I'm super sorry.
Oh, there you are.
I didn't mean to be so late. I mean, I hope you guys weren't worried or anything.
Nah, we don't like you. Well, Natsuki was.
What's that? What took you so long anyway?
Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time.
That makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring at least.
I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. Don't give me more credit than I deserve. I mean, all you said was that I played piano.
I guess I don't really know how to play piano.
I guess I've been practicing for a while, but I'm still not really good yet. Still, that must require a lot of dedication. So I'm still impressed. Oh, well, thanks, Yuri. Have some hair.
I wish you were a little short. You should play something for us sometime.
That's...
Monica looks at me.
Well, I am working on writing a song, but it's not quite done yet. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will.
That sounds cool. I look forward to it.
Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Doug Vinny.
Monica smiles sweetly. Ah, I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that.
Don't worry. I was hoping that I could share it with you anyway. I guess that's why I've been practicing so much recently.
I see. I'm not sure if Monica was referring to the whole club or just me. In that case, best of luck.
Thanks! So I didn't miss anything, did I?
Not really.
Not really.
Not really.
Not really.
I choose not to bring up anything the three of us talked about. Besides, Natsuki has already run off into the closet.
Especially don't. Okay, Doug Vinny. Since your compliments put me in a good mood, I was wondering if you would like to spend some time together today. I mean, in the club. Only in the club.
In the club.
In the club.
You want to get down?
In the
You want to get down in the club?
So after this stupid shit's over today, you want to go get down with me in the club? I suppose so. I don't think I could say no to you after you gave that book to me. Well, I guess I need to make sure Natsuki isn't waiting for me. After we finished reading yesterday,
She's fine. She's reading over there, see? Don't think about her so much. She's just being ignored. Come on, we're gonna go over there.
Just literally, we're just gonna go over there. What's the story about anyway?
Well,
I look at the cover of the book. The book is titled Portrait of Markov.
Sounds fast.
There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front cover.
Basically, it's about this religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison. And the people trapped there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. But the facility gets even worse and they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and affixing them to... Oh, that might be a little bit of a spoiler! But anyway...
That's what I was worried about, spoilers.
I'm really into it. The book, I mean. What, not the thing about the limbs.
That's kind of dark, isn't it? You made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere.
I'm a little fucked in the head. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Doug Vinny?
Oh, you mean dismembering people and affixing their limbs to?
Yeah.
Oh,
Huge fan.
Yeah, it's not that. I mean, I
can
can definitely enjoy those kind of stories. Don't worry.
I love that stuff. I hope so.
I eat that shit up.
Yeah, I totally forgot Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different.
It's just that this kind of story, it's the kind that challenges you to look at life from a strange new perspective.
when horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because the world is full of horrible people and we're all worthless anyway. Then suddenly, I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry.
Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything.
Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, my whole body gets incredibly hard. I've got to forget to pay attention to other people.
I really wish I knew what that said.
Me too. So I'm sorry if
Oh,
I
hold
end
on.
up saying something strange.
Wait. Then suddenly, not again. Hey,
it
don't
what?
apologize.
It doesn't say it.
Oh. Oh, wow. Okay.
When I let things,
But it
I kind
did.
of read to
But
pay
it got
attention to
the.
other people.
Then suddenly.
Wait. Well, wait. Didn't
What?
it just say something about saying strange things? But this says that she said I kind of forget to pay attention to other people.
No,
Did
that's-
I say that?
She said my whole body gets some.
I know. But what I
Yeah.
actually said was like something about saying strange things.
Oh, okay.
I said something about saying strange things just now.
Yeah. Oh no.
Oh, sorry if I end up saying something strange. Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
I just don't even. And please stop me if I start talking too much.
That's.
Or start saying something psycho.
I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading.
You're such a fucking idiot, Doug Vinny.
Oh, Doug Vinny. Oh.
Oh, Doug Vinny.
Coat over. old coat over the.
Coat
movie
over the
theater
chair. Doug Vinny.
Does anybody? Nobody gets that joke. Nobody gets what that is.
No one gets the Doug
Nobody
Vinny
knows what that
joke.
is. Okay.
Except
I
for
don't know.
us.
I have a feeling a lot of
Just
people do
us.
know about Doug Vinny.
Okay,
Who
sure.
here knows about Doug Vinny?
There's a lot of people that know about
Is
Doug
anybody
Vinny.
watching right now?
No, right now we have no viewers. we
Well-
lost our loyal fans.
Aw, man, but
We
his
strayed.
name L.
Anyway.
The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all.
Literally,
Oh, that was.
well, that's true. Info.
In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right?
Yes! That was normal, don't worry about it. I mean, you don't have to, but...
I
That
glitch out.
happens
I glitch out
sometimes.
like this all the time. What are you saying?
Dun.
Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I'll slip into the seat next to Yuri's.
Ah! Yeah!
Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive.
I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone.
I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything.
Alright.
I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realize she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. We've been here before.
Sorry! I was just bathing in the feeling your body heat.
Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you?
Yuri, you're really, I do? Oh, God. Oh, I don't really mean to.
Paul is like,
Sorry. I mean,
Ah, here, this should work, right?
oh, jeez. I think
I slide
Yuri's
my-
really messed up inside.
I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them.
I suppose so.
Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a bit, our shoulders are
Your
almost
body
touching.
heat.
It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess this makes it kind of difficult to turn the page.
Here.
Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. Ah! I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way, I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But holding it like this, we're huddled even closer than before.
Huddled now, we're huddled.
It's actually kind of distracting me. As if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face as she's in the corner of my vision.
She's looking at it. Are you
Eh?
ready? To turn the page.
Ah, sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. All the feelings of like cuteness and romance are completely gone
Oh
at
yeah.
this point.
Oh, they're gone.
But
Oh,
not
yeah.
for Doug Vinny. Doug Vinny's still into it.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her.
Oh, that's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do since you've been so patient with me.
Yeah. Thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it with her under her own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit.
No, I don't relate to this character at all. Definitely not.
Really? I was just thinking the way she second guesses things she says and all that.
That's what you were talking about. Sorry. I thought you meant something else about her.
Something else?
Never mind. We didn't even get that far yet. So I don't know why that came into my head. I'm such a giddy goat.
Yuri, are you feeling alright?
Eh.
Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little...
Breathing?
Yuri puts her hands on her chest as if to feel her heartbeat.
I didn't even notice I was breathing. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water.
Alright, don't push yourself.
Don't push yourself that reading. I practically rush out of the classroom. Practically rush.
What on earth was that about?
Doug Vinny? Did something happen just now?
Eh? I have no idea. Yuri is acting a little strange, I guess. Just a little.
You don't know anything.
Sorry, I can't say that I do.
No,
Are you worried about
I
her?
definitely don't know.
I don't know anything.
Oh, no, not really. I was just making sure that you didn't do anything to her.
No, nothing.
Don't worry, I believe you, silly. Yuri just does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming. Everyone here has big issues, man.
Alright, if you say so.
Anyway, why don't we start with sharing our poems with each other?
Eh? Shouldn't we wait for Yuri?
Well, she might be a while, so I just figured we'd get started without her. Is that okay?
Yeah, I was just asking. God. Stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book and slip it back into my bag.
We've been playing for 3 hours now.
Oh god. Hey, I was just waiting for somebody to say, let's cut it off here, but...
So, I'm wondering, can we save and cut it off here?
You want to do these poems real quick and then do it, since we're already
Kill
into
me.
this day?
Kill me. Okay.
Serious?
Let's do Natsuki's first.
Okay.
Get this out of the way.
Oh, Yuri.
Well, it's not terrible. But it's pretty disappointing after your last one. It's pretty much just the same thing again. It's like you picked all the same words. Then again, if this one was as good as your last one, I would be completely pissed.
Well, I guess I wanted to try something a little different this time.
Fair enough. You're still new to this, so I wouldn't expect you to find your style right away. I mean, everyone in Club Ride's totally different really different from each other.
This one was more tuned to her than the last one, so she's pissed because we are pandering to her at this point, maybe.
Maybe.
She feels like we're being
Maybe you'll find a little more, a little influence from all of us, especially me. For instance, I noticed that you were spending some time with Yuri today. I'm really pissed about that. I mean, not that I care that you spent time with. After all, I was taught to never to expect anything from anybody, especially food, from my dad. So it's not like I was waiting for you or anything. Still, you should at least look over my poem, asshole. You'd probably be able to learn something from it.
Oh god. Okay,
Yeah, oh, wow, that's, I mean, well, I'm not reading that.
Okay. There's
Very
Natsuki's
fascinating.
poem.
Good. Very good.
Is there a message further down? I really like.
No, it doesn't scroll. Huh?
I really like the wordplay in this one.
Yeah. And the timing. I think the timing.
Yeah.
It says more in the pauses than it does.
Right.
Yeah,
You're right.
The total complete lack of pauses.
Absolutely.
Caleb.
Dark Vader, why didn't you come with me today? I was waiting for you. I was waiting for a long time. I wanted to read Spirit Circle. It was why did you ruin it? Do you love me?
I think you better not. Are you listening to me? Yuri's a sick freak.
I'm beginning to agree with you there.
That should be obvious for her. Just play with me instead.
Uh-oh. Oh no. She's doing that thing again. Wait.
Oh, that's
Let
a
me hear
good
the
voice.
music.
I
Let me
like
hear the
that.
music. Yeah, I like this one. Alright, keep going. I would not want to play this alone, to be honest.
Dark in your room in bed.
Yeah.
Oh, check out her eye. Her
Oh
cheek.
my god, it's bleeding! Her eyes are bleeding. Oh my god. Do you understand?
Jordan, you just missed it.
I did. I missed it. What
Did
just
you see
happened?
it, Caleb?
Yeah. I saw
Okay.
that.
What happened?
She went.
Huh?
She went right away.
Her neck snapped and she,
just
rushed the camera.
She just
Oops.
right away.
I
She
was.
fumed right away.
Yep,
Well,
she
good thing we'll get to watch it on the replay.
Yeah.
Monica!
Okay, well, how about we show the poem to Monica? Who should we show
Hold
the
on.
poem to?
Hold on. How long is the delay on Twitch?
Monica!
Oh, no. Not
No.
long enough. Okay.
Alright, please
Okay.
continue. I really want to be done with this.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hi again, Benny. How's the writing going?
Alright, I guess.
I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece.
I wouldn't count on that.
You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today?
Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monica.
Da-da-da. Alright. Great job, Benny. I'm gonna ooh in my head. Oh, I was going ew in my head.
Ew.
While reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect to go something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. Was it deep?
It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. Yeah, it was targeted to be overly cutesy.
Oh, yeah.
So it was deep.
Right.
That way it always counts when I put in some effort.
That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right?
No.
Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism.
I don't think it matters what we put in our poems.
No.
This one.
Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is just totally detached from reality. I don't mean that like it's a bad thing, though. But sometimes I get the impression that she's just totally given up on people, but I don't mean that in a bad way. She just spends so much time in her own head that it's probably a much more interesting place for her. But that's why she gets so happy to treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She must be really starved for social interaction, so don't blame her for coming on a little strongly, like earlier. I think if she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time. Oh.
Suddenly the door opens.
Yuri! I'm back. Did I miss anything? Not really.
Just Natsuki's neck snapped.
Yeah, no big
No
deal.
problem. No big deal.
Well, we all started sharing roles with each other. Eh? Already? I'm sorry for being late. No need to apologize. We still have plenty of time, so I'm glad you took all the time you needed. Alright. Thanks, Monica. I suppose I should go get my poem now. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. I'm scared. Oh, okay, it's fine.
We've read
The
this one.
colors, they will
Oh, wait.
bright, beautiful colors, flashing, swimming, piercing, red, green, blue, endless cacophony.
There weren't
of
letters
green
missing
noise.
last time, were there?
No.
No?
The no, and these some of these words are capitalized. And
Yeah.
They weren't like that before. The noise won't stop. Violent, grating, wood peppers, spike, king, screeching, piercing, sine, cosine, tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable.
Oh,
Like
this is
playing a
different.
knife on a breathing rib cage. Yeah, she didn't say that before.
Oh.
Endless of the glass.
Oh shit! That last time that said "load me."
God. Do you like it, Doug? What do you think?
Hey
I-
there, Chip. Hey there, Chip.
Hey there,
Really quick. Okay.
Do you like my lips, Fred?
U-I-O. It's just the vowels, I guess. I was trying to figure out like
Yeah.
what the letters that are missing if it means something, but U-I-O so far doesn't mean anything.
I think it's just
I think-
vowels are just missing.
Oh, it's E-I-E-I-O.
Oh.
Okay, where's the mouse?
Wow.
Somebody tell me where the mouse is. You see it?
Yeah.
Okay, there it is.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry, I know it's kind of abstract.
Little bit.
I'm just trying to, well, never mind. There's no point in explaining. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision, like whether or not to delete someone. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when, who am I talking to? Can you hear me? Tell me you can hear me. Anything. Please help me.
Okay.
Oh, I'm scared. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening.
Oh,
Okay.
Yuri's back. Do
Goody,
you want to just
goody.
you want to save it here or keep going? What do you want to
Well, we can do Yuri.
do? You sure?
Yeah.
We can
let's
save
might
it.
as-
We can call it if you want.
What do you think?
I don't care. I don't have to do anything.
Yuri. Okay, Yuri. Let's
Okay.
do Yuri.
Natsuki's
Let's
neck
just
is
do Yuri.
broken and flew away, so I assume I don't have to talk anymore.
All your characters are dead. Yuri!
Natsuki's not
I've
dead.
been waiting for this.
Her neck looked awfully snapped.
It was pretty bad.
I've been waiting for this. Let's see what you've written for today. ...
Yuri smiles and takes a deep breath.
I just like, wait, I like just holding it.
Hmm?
Her breath. I mean, the poem turned out good. It's well, there are some things you could work on, but that doesn't really matter. It feels like anything written by you is a treasure. Trying to forget that I said that I like to just hold my breath. That came out a little awkward. But let's move on. Here's the poem I wrote. You don't have to like it or anything. Oh god, really?
That's really long.
Wheel, rotating wheel, turning an axle, grinding, bolt head, linear gearbox, falling sky, 7 holy stakes, a dock ship, a portal to another world, a thin rope tied to a thick rope, a torn harness, parabolic gearbox, expanding universe, time controlled by slipping cogwheels, existence of God, swimming with open water in all directions, drowning, a prayer written in blood.
Jordan,
A prayer written into what?
imagine this, but in the voice in the better, stronger, happier from OK.
Oh, a
Okay,
prayer
computer.
written in time devouring snakes with human eyes, a thread connecting all living eyes, a kaleidoscope of holy snakes, exponential gearbox, a sky of exploding stars, God disproving the existence of God, a wheel rotating in 6 dimensions.
Is that perfect or what?
It is 40 gears and a ticking clock. A clock that ticks 1 second for every rotation of the planet. A clock that ticks 40 times every time it ticks every second time. What? A bolt head of holy stakes tied to the existence of a dog
Tied to a
ship to
stick.
another. It's driven in frozen winter shit. Ship to another world.
A kaleidoscope of blood written in clocks. A time-devouring prayer connecting a sky of 40 gears and open human eyes in all directions. Breathing gearbox. Breathing bolt head. Breathing ship. Breathing portal. Breathing snakes. Breathing God. Breathing blood. Breathing holy stakes. Breathing human eyes. Breathing time. Breathing prayer. Breathing sky. Breathing wheel. A pig. In a cage. On antibiotics. That was beautiful.
Did you notice there were stains on the page too?
Yeah. It doesn't really matter what it's about. My mind has been a little hyperactive lately, so I had to take it out on your pin. What? That is a pin fell out of your backpack yesterday, so I took it home for safekeeping, and I just really like the way that it writes. So I wrote this poem with it, and now you're touching it. I'm okay. What did I just... ... Can we pretend this conversation never happened? You can keep the poem, though. Okay, yes. A dream. I was staying over at my friend's place. There were 4 of us. I drifted off to sleep while everyone was talking and watching TV. In my dream, I was still at my friend's house. The only difference was that there were nails sticking out of the walls everywhere. And there was also someone I didn't recognize. The person I didn't recognize told a joke and everyone laughed. I woke up to the sound of everyone laughing at something that happened on the TV. So the laughing was not a part of the dream. It was the noise that woke me up. I wonder who that person was and how they knew to tell a joke at that moment.
I don't really get it. Do you get it?
No, not really. That sounds like a thing that happens in real life, though. Okay, everyone!
Is this the end of the day?
We're all done reading each other's poems, right? We have something we need to go over today, so if everyone can come sit at the front of the room.
Do you want to stop here?
Yeah, can we? Unless this is like, this scene is gonna end soon.
I don't know everything about
Let's just
this
stop,
game,
because who knows how long.
Hey, hello from America, Isabella Quartz Universe. Thanks for Australia. I hear y'all have it bad there. Sorry about that.
What?
Anyway,
What?
Thanks for watching. We're done.
Thank
tonight,
you.
though. I'm sorry you showed up just right at the end of the stream, but we'd be happy to have you as a subscriber, though. Anyway.
Not after you just insulted her country.
Seriously.
What was that about?
They have the NBN over there. It's the National Broadband Network. It's
Oh,
real.
you're talking about internet.
Yeah,
The internet there
real
that
bad.
does suck. I do know that.
Sorry about that NBN you got over there. I hear real bad things about it. You know, we're not doing so great here ourselves. Like, you know, net neutrality.
Okay.
Anyway,
No.
thanks for watching.
Nope. Nope. Bye.
Well, this has been fun.
See you later. Nice time.
We'll be streaming again at some completely indeterminate time. However, you can always watch the VOD on YouTube, not on Twitch.
Is there a possibility Friday night again, like we did last week?
Possibly, but you never know what happens.
Maybe
Jordan?
not as late because I have girl on Saturday
Yeah.
morning. I have to be there at like
Oh,
7,
yeah.
So.
I mean, we're at least 3/4 of the way done. I'm pretty sure,
Cool.
like almost done. Pretty close to done.
Cool. Well,
Well-
you have been watching Jump and Shoot and Weapon Get Siblings.
Apparently, that's it now.
That's our name now.
So tune in next time for more Doki Doki Panic.
And if you subscribe, you'll know when we're gonna stream
Oh,
again.
we will be streaming
Very
Thursday.
unpredictable.
We will be streaming Thursday, but Jordan will not be involved, and it'll be me
Yeah,
and Jerry.
it'll just
We'll
be Jump and
streaming
Shoot Bros.
Normal Jump and Shoot Bros stuff.
Yep.
So
Maybe, possibly Earthbound, getting that started, possibly.
yeah,
or-
we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Anyway, later.
Bye.
Bye.
I need the keyboard so I can stop
Oh.
the stream because
Hey.
only I know how to do that.
Hehehe.
Oh no, keyboard not working.